What is up, my friends? We are live for another match day here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds taking on Southampton at Anfield, and the team news is in. The one that you can see on your screen there is the confirmed starting 11. We'll go through it in a moment and, of course, bring you the substitutes. I guess the big headline for today is that Ryan Gravenberch starts, and I think that surprised a lot of us. You know, we all would have thought that this was a perfect opportunity to rest him up, but manager knows best and all that, so let's go through it. It is Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Costas at left back, centre back pairing unchanged, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate in midfield. Dominic Szoboszlai is not in there, or he is in there, sorry, it's Alexis McAllister who's out. So it's Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. Mohamed Salah on the right, Luis Diaz on the left, and Darwin Núñez gets the nod through the centre. On the bench today for the Reds, Kelleher, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell and Kwanzaa. So no Cody Gakpo. So hopefully we have Cody back for Tuesday, but the manager did say he was going to be close for this one. He also said he was going to be close for Wednesday, but that's where we're at. Not what I've seen on One Football. I don't care what you've seen on One Football, to be quite frank. Couldn't give a shite what you've seen on One Football. I'm telling you what the team is. It's not up for debate. I'm telling you. Whatever One Football have written, that's their own problem. But I'm telling you what the team is. It's not a question and answer time, It's Craig saying this is the team. Right. Let's have a look at our opponents. I love why people are always smart arse like that. Not what I've seen here. I don't care. It's not my fault if everybody else makes mistakes, but I haven't. So let's carry on. Right, let's have a look at our opponents today. It is Ramsdale in goal, then Harwood, Bellis, Badnarak and Manning. Then it is, who's this one? Granberg, Ukachukwu, Smallbone, Walker-Peters, Dibbling, Fernandez and Sulemana. So there we go. And look, by the way, before everybody comes in and starts saying this person shouldn't be playing, that person shouldn't be playing, let me just get in early to say, I agree with you. I agree with you. I would have made loads of changes today, but this is what it is. And fingers crossed, we just don't pick up a knock, because I think personally it's a little bit of overkill from the manager, but fingers crossed, we get the job done early and he can make changes. Cheers, Craig. You tell him, bro. Channel's a nice number one. I just get fed up of it. People just coming in to neg. Don't care. It's not up for debate. This is the official team news. It is what it is. I mean, I broke the team news to the Discord about 10 minutes ago. So, if people want to believe inferior projects, then you go ahead. I'll just sit here and drink my coffee. Would you take Isak if we had to sell Diaz and Núñez to get him? No. Unless the plan was to put Jayden Danns in as the second. There's so many things, so many things that we're going to go through over the course of the next few months with regards to the ins and outs of the club. But on a match day today, let's just focus on the old match day. And then we'll figure it out. There's going to be lots of chopping and changing in the summer, but they look of it. I'm not even going to pretend to tell you that I know the ins and outs. I don't, but I'm just hoping we get the win today, because that puts us another 3 points closer, another game closer, and 9 to go after today. We have a chance to stretch this lead to 16 points today, believe it or not. I know Arsenal are in action tomorrow, but we can only take care of our job. Reality Conquest said, touched by a personal story, we support you. Thank you, man. You know what? I said this the other day. I've received so many lovely, kind messages this week, and I'm very humbled by them all. And look, I hope that somebody takes some encouragement from it, or hopefully it helps at least one person, because I know other people's stories over the years have helped me. But yeah, man, appreciate you, always do. Scout Stewart, it's your birthday today, is it, my man? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Stuart. Always lovely to see you in the chat, my friend. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And of course, I hope the Reds deliver the 3 points for you. Carl said, surely this is the definition of a gimme. I think so, Carl. I think so, mate. But I'm a little bit nervy just because we've gone so strong. And I know that that's kind of counterintuitive. But I would have liked to have seen Endo get a start, let's say. Or Chiesa get a start. But the manager has gone with pretty much full strength team. There is some changes in there. Costas comes in, Jones comes in instead of Maka, which I'm not against at all. Maka could probably do with a rest. But up top, you got to again ask, Chiesa, does the manager really want them? Let's be honest, he doesn't. He doesn't. Because this is another chance that he could have given him a run out, and he hasn't. I think we have to be honest about this situation now and say it's just a weird one, right? I'm nervous with Núñez up top, said Gakpo. Do you know what? He was really good the other day. Give him his credit. If he can put in the same attitude today, then, I don't think we'll be too far away. But, look, we needed to see Darwin make an impact when he came on against PSG. Because the last 2 games against Wolves and Villa, he was nowhere near it. And he did. So let's give him his fair dues. And, with Darwin up top, I put him in my team as well. We should be able to get past Southampton. And hopefully, we've got players rested up for Tuesday. I mean, I'm concerned about Tuesday if Gakpo can't play because Jota was way off it against PSG. I'm really surprised he started Salah again today with how tired Mo looked. But I just hope maybe we can get the job done early and make some changes. Currently at the City Ground, by the way, it's still Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 0. Lasana said, Craig, what's your prediction for the game? I'm going to stick with my 3-0. I know it sounds arrogant when you predict a score like that, but we should easily steamroll Southampton. They play and they're open and we should be able to carve them up. So, I think I'd be lying if I said anything else. I genuinely feel a 3-0 is possible. If you look at their own recent results, we've had lots of 3-0s, 4-0s and stuff in there. Now, right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a match day, so of course we have been brought to you by our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder that you can treat yourself to 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide with manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20 at checkout or by scanning the QR code in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Nathan said Jota hasn't been great recently. I think that's a fair statement, my man. I wouldn't argue with you anyway. I don't think he's been great either. Obviously, the rugby on today as well, and as a very fair-weathered rugby fan, I'll certainly be keeping an eye on it. But big game in the Six Nations. And I think if I'm not mistaken, the Sidemen charity game is on today as well. So best of luck to everybody taking part in that one. Stuart said, Craig, what was your opinion on the away fans, the PSG, the support we show is out of this world? Our travelling fans, mate, I don't know any of the travelling cop, but I'm in awe of them. They're always incredible. Wherever they go, you will always hear them singing and supporting the lads. So, yeah, they were brilliant. PSG are digging a very big hole for themselves, talking about the fact that they think teams like Arsenal are better than us and blah, blah, blah. They really are just doing Arne Slot's team talk for him. And I very much hope that we can put them in their place on Tuesday and get rid of them. Right, let's get through a couple of super chats. Simba the White-ish Cat, how are you, my friend? Hey, Craig, hope you and the family are doing good. I saw your Anfield Agenda clip the other day. It was really brave to open up. Look how far you've come, my friend. We're all so proud of you. Thank you. And Liverpool to win 4-0. Yeah, that clip just kind of came about accidentally. Someone just asked me about my parents on a stream, and it certainly wasn't planned. Oh, Forrest nearly scored there. Ederson touches the ball onto the post. Oh, it just happened. But thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Nomad, 19 months as a member. Absolute legendary stuff, mate. Thank you. Lots of love, Craig. Hopefully this is the last 3 p.m. of the season. I've had enough of them for one season. We've certainly had our fair share this season, but are better than the half-12 ones. I know the half-12 ones everybody can watch on TV, but I hate them because I'm a lazy git and I sleep weird. Like, for instance, today I only got to bed at 8 o'clock. So I've only had about 5 hours sleep. But that's okay, that's my choice. But yeah, them half-12s are tough. Adam, loving this, mate. The weekend off, well in. Yo, Craig, finally a weekend off for a watch-along. I'm not superstitious, I'm just slightly stitious about our lead changing. Love and all the best. Thank you, my man. Lovely to have you in with us. I agree with our one of the earlier comments that this is as close to a gimme as we could hope for. Connor said he ran 19 kilometres this morning at 7:30. We live very different schedules. 7:30? That's disgusting. You should be arrested for that, quite frankly, Connor. That's nuts. Connor was up at 7:30 doing 19-kilometre runs, and I wasn't even asleep at that point. There you go. Anfield Agenda are on the two halves of Anfield Agenda are on very different schedules. PM Rocky Pete said no Endo, no Elliott, or even Chiesa starting first. Slot needs to relax. I agree, mate. You know, I don't know if you've seen my predicted 11, but I had Elliott in it, I had Chiesa in it, I had Endo in it. But like I always say, the manager makes the decisions, and you know, let's just hope that we can make any changes he needs to early after a comfortable lead. But it is what it is. I just, like everyone, I just hope there's no injuries or knocks picked up today. Salah or Henry? Salah. Look, I think Henry was a more talented player, but Salah is the answer because, well, look at the statistics. They back it up. And look, I know statistics aren't everything in football, but I think it's a really good question and one that I've debated myself on the channel before. Up until last season, I would have been saying Thierry Henry, but now I'm saying Super Mo. It's 0-0 Scout Stewart still in the Forest City game. Just approaching 70 minutes, mate. Big Verge needs a break. Well, do you know what? I went with giving Canada a break in my predicted 11 anyway. I had Kwanzaa in there. And I still think we would have got the job done. But look, hopefully we're talking at 5 o'clock and the job's done and there's no new injury concerns and everyone looks sharp and we're all feeling a bit more relaxed. Hey Craig, will we need to rebuild an attack with the prospect of Mo, Fede, Darwin leaving? I think you've probably even left out one or two more names, mate. We're not sure what's going to happen with Diaz. There's been some talk about Jota. So yeah, like I've said a few times, I'm very concerned about the next 3 months. I mean, did you guys see the story yesterday saying that Real Madrid are going to come in to try and buy Trent in June? Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive, so let me try and explain it as best as I can. There's going to be 2 summer transfer windows coming up this summer. One at the end of the season for, I think, a couple of weeks or so to allow teams playing in the Club World Cup to make a few changes. Mainly the Saudi teams, to be fair. But it looks as if Real Madrid are going to try and tempt Liverpool into selling Trent for a small fee, basically releasing him out of his contract a month early. I was watching Sky last night and they flat out said it's pretty much an open secret that they think Trent's off to Madrid. So yeah, there you go. Hey Craig, saw a clip of you talking about your parents and honestly it made me cry. What an inspiring story and God bless you. May your folks rest in peace forever. Keep smashing it. You inspire many. Thank you, Mohammed. That's beautiful of you, mate. And thank you very, very much for your kindness. Appreciate you, sir. Is Isak coming to Liverpool? Sahil, I don't know, but he's certainly on the radar. You know, I've only seen the same stories you've probably seen, my friend, but I would be very, 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 very surprised if Liverpool pay what Newcastle are asking anyway, which is about 150 million. But don't worry, I will be live tonight and we'll go through all the news. So I'll be back tonight at about 8:30, 8:45, and we'll go through all the Liverpool news, contract stuff, transfer stuff. That's the joys of a 3 p.m. kickoff. It gives us the chance to come back on tonight and talk about the news. So until then, we'll try and focus on the game if we can. And again, appreciate you all being with us. Want to let you all know that our live show is now on sale. If you do want to come and see us on May 28th at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool, you can get your tickets with the link in the description of this stream. And can't wait to be there and celebrate the season with everyone. I think a swap with Darwin and like 50 million would be great for you. Like Newcastle don't want them. And I'm not just making that part up, mate. They've said it themselves, Newcastle. So yeah, that one's not going to happen. They've described it as wild, I believe was the quote that was put out there. So yeah, Newcastle. I would guess if Newcastle had to sell Isak, they're going to look at Hugo Ekitike. That would be my guess. Liverpool have been linked today in the media with Benjamin Sesko as well. So again, we'll talk about it all tonight in the late night agenda. City score, Adam, is still scoreless, mate. 72 minutes on the clock. I have it on here in the background and it's still scoreless. is the game on TV? It is in Ireland, thankfully, but it won't be for you guys in the UK. 3 p.m. kickoffs aren't shown on TV in the UK, which is, I know, silly, but you know, it is the rule. It is the law, actually. Sea Prince, hey Craig, big Liverpool supporter from India. Love your content and videos. Was inspired by your story. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. As I said, that wasn't a planned segment throughout that day. It was just a question somebody happened to ask me on a stream, and it kind of just went where it went. Someday I'll sit down and go through it all, and I'll explain it in proper detail to people. You know, it'd probably take me a good 20-30 minutes to really give you the ins and outs of it, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Craig, do you think you could do stand-up after you retire? Absolutely not. No. I'd love to. I wish I could sit here and say yes, because my dream would be to do stand-up comedy. I'm just not a funny guy. You know, I'm okay in the moment if we're having a laugh, but I can't tell a joke. I can't structure a joke. And, yeah, as much as I'd love to. Like, doing the Hot Water Comedy Club is as close to I'll ever do to being a stand-up comic, so... that's why I love it so much. You know, I've told you guys for years I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan. And like doing our live shows at a comedy venue just works for us because it's the right type of environment and it's the closest I'll ever be to being a comic. Craig, who's the guy on your right in the show poster? Let me go through it all for you. Why Hammer, my man? Let me get your comment up firstly. And then let me go through it all for you. So, from left to right, White Hammer. Jack Gill on the very left. Connor, the guy to the left of screen. So, Jack Gill, Connor Crosby, me in the centre. Chris Stonage is the guy to the right. And then the guy to the very, very right is Steve Bland. And all of these gentlemen have had a part to play in our channel's journey, so they're all going to be with us on the night for a big Anfield Agenda reunion show. So yeah, I'm not sure if you meant Chris or Steve. The other bald guy is Steve Bland, and the gentleman with the hair is Chris Stonage, who is now the media officer for the World Snooker Tour. You could just do Paul Smith and slag off the crowd for 90 minutes. You see, the problem there is, I'm sure Paul Smith has an off button where he knows he goes too far. You know, I'm sure Paul Smith, being the professional that he is, knows the line. I wouldn't. I'd end up getting the head punched off me because I'd say something too personal. Liz, always lovely to see you, my friend, on a match day, and a happy match day to you as well. And I will try, Liz. I will always try. We could talk about how crap United are for 90 minutes. I could, Mark. I could definitely do 90 minutes on how crap United were, yeah. I mean, look, there'd be enough material there to do a stand-up routine. You wouldn't need 90. I mean, comics, to be fair, an hour is a long set for a comic, and you go, what? Usually go 5, 10, 15, 20, half hour. So, yeah, look, I have nothing but admiration for what stand-up comics do. I don't know how they do it. They're absolute legends. That's why I love it so much, because I know I can't do it. Sebastian, how are you, sir? I know we wanted a rest, but I think we need the midfield to have a good game and go PSG full of confidence again, but 60 minutes tops. Let's go Reds. Well, hopefully, Sebastian, we have it done after 60 minutes, mate, like you've said. At least we see McAllister given a rest anyway. So Curtis Jones comes in there, Macca gets a rest. He will be really important on Tuesday. $5-0 to Liverpool. Shane Buckley's going for. Good man, Shane. Oh, I love it. Right, Manchester City have a free kick here. About 20 yards out. Kind of peak Kevin De Bruyne territory. Very, very far left of the 18-yard box. Let's see if Man City can do it in here. I mean, in years gone by, this would be the type of range you'd expect De Bruyne to pull out something. Let's have a look. Here comes the free. He gets it over the wall and down, but the keeper makes the save. Von Rich said, we can't underestimate anybody at this stage. I'm happy Slot takes the league as his priority in his first year. Well, I think, to be fair, we could probably underestimate Southampton a little bit and get away with it. They're so open. As I say this now, watch them put on a masterclass of low block defending. Ireland versus France, what's your score prediction? Haven't got a clue. I'm not particularly optimistic on an Ireland win for some reason. I'm always nervous when we play France. I know it's in Dublin and I know the Grand Slam's potentially on, but I don't know. I'm always nervous when we play the French, because if the French play at their absolute free-flowing best, it's they're like a machine that are impossible to stop at times. But let's wait and see. I'm certainly not up enough on rugby to know the intricacies of both sides. Pranav, how are you, my friend? So Craig, been struggling with anxiety of late, hence not being active. Hope you're well. Well, I hope that there are brighter days ahead for you soon, my man. Tough. I know it's tough, but keep your head down, my man. Keep going. And if you need anything, you know we're here to come in and at least have a chat with us and have a laugh. And thank you, sir, for 45 months. 45 months. Nearly 4 years with us as a member. That's incredible, my man. Thank you. Put my life savings on red. That's a stupid thing to do in any walk of life, mate. Putting your life savings on anything is an unnecessary risk. Frozen, how are you, sir? Said Slot will have to release Salah to keep him out of the starting team. Salah is chasing records. All the best for you and your family, Craig. Well, all he has to do is put him on the bench, mate. It's not that difficult if he wanted to rest them. He's the gaffer at the end of the day. Mo doesn't pick the team. Is the game on DAZN today in Spain? I would imagine so, Scotty, considering every game in the Premier League's on DAZN in Spain. But I'm watching it on Premier Sport in Ireland, so I'm kind of lucky today. I get it on Irish TV. Again, let me run through the bench for you if you haven't seen the Liverpool bench for today. 1 second. Liverpool bench for today is Kelleher, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell and Kwanzaa. That's your Liverpool bench. Okay, got that one done. Good to go. Coffee's here. Got the coffee into me before we start. Oh God, how amazing is coffee? We barely beat these earlier in the season. Do we not understand the differences of playing home and away? No. Look, we barely beat them, but we beat them. So, you know, that's what I'm taking from it. How have we got to the point where we're trying to big up Southampton, lads? Come on. Every week, doesn't matter who we play, there's always people in the chat going, this could be tough, you know. It's okay to say you expect your team to win, you know. It's okay. Don't be afraid of it. There's nothing wrong with saying we should be beating the team down the bottom of the Premier League, you know. Look at their recent results. It's just bagels everywhere. 3-0, 4-0. They've been comprehensively beaten in their last 4 or 5 games. So, you know, we should be putting them to the sword, especially with how strong we've gone. Just got 95 on my uni assignment, so I'm happy. Well done, Finley. Well in, mate. Nothing wrong with 95% at all, sir. Well played. Coffee is almost as good as Diet Coke, said Liz. Liz, I'm going to let you in a little secret, Liz. Diet Coke's been relegated down to number 2 on my drinking list. I'm all about Fanta Lemon these days. I'm going through a little Fanta Lemon phase, Liz. What's my Mackey's order? Do you know, I haven't had a McDonald's in ages because I've kind of grown out of a Burger King, McDonald's kind of phase, in all honesty. So, but what would I have? Probably 2 double cheeseburgers, 6 nuggets, and a milkshake and an apple pie, probably, if I was going in. Yeah, there'd definitely be double cheeseburgers and nuggets involved anyway, with sweet curry dip. Oh, days. Forest have gone 1-0 up. Forest 1-0 up against City. Hudson-Odoi with the goal. Again, to confirm, Nottingham Forest 1. Manchester City 0. Craig's predictions out the window already, because I had 2-0 for City in this prediction. But yes, Forest 1-0 up against City. Callum Hudson-Odoi with the goal. Could be huge, that goal in Forest season. They would have been leapfrogged by Manchester City if they had a loss today, but there you go. Let's just make sure. Yeah, he's definitely onside on the far side anyway. There'd be no doubts about offside or anything. Forest switched the ball from left to right. Hudson-Odoi then, I think it takes a little deflection off Gvardiol, does it? I think maybe it does, but if it doesn't, Ederson's pants. Let's just say that. No, Ederson's just shit. That's awful. How did the goalkeeper get beaten at his near post? Ederson's done. Washed. Do you remember the days people used to try and tell us that he was as good as Alisson? If Alisson got beaten at his near post like that, I would be very, very, very disappointed. But unfortunately, for others, he doesn't, because Alisson's the best in the world. Right, ladies and gentlemen, a little reminder, why not check out the Beard and Balls bundle from our friends at Manscaped. Bundle yourself and save. The Beard and Balls bundle comes with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Beard Hedger, and also, thanks to our friends at Manscaped, it also comes with 20% off and free shipping for you, ladies and gents, if you use the code Anfield20 at checkout. Whether it's the Beard and Balls bundle or perhaps you're up for a little bit of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the all-in-one men's grooming kit featuring the Lawnmower 5.0, the Weed Whacker, ear and nose trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, the Shed travel bag, and the boxer briefs are the free gift to you as well. And once again, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code Anfield20. It was a brilliant pass, Dan. It was a lovely switch up from Forest. From left to right. And Wood was nearly in there to make it 2, but couldn't quite turn around and get the shot away. What channel is it on in Ireland? It is on Premier Sport 1. Premier Sport 1. Adam, thank you, my man, said, think of Forest being more fearsome than City. This season, certainly. Major Zero, how I became a Liverpool fan. I was still and am a Milan fan. And you all did the same. The Istanbul comeback, was pissed as fuck, but came to love Liverpool. Well, welcome to the family, my man. And yes, what a night that was. Lucky enough to be there, actually. But yeah, what a night that was. The whole bit's trying not to celebrate on his stream. Yep, but there you go. Well, my missus will be happy because, you know, she's a Forest fan, so there you go. She'll be happy. Do you think Bobby Firmino could have fitted into Arne Slot's system? Oh, yes, Derek. Oh, yes. 100%, man. Bobby Firmino would fit into any manager's system. But, you know, we had a great time with Bobby at the club, and Mane as well. But, you know, like everything else in life, times change. That is awful goalkeeping. Yeah, it is. It is now mad. Being beaten at your near post that easily is not very good. But thankfully, it's not our problem. Right? There's 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go there. By the way, do feel free to keep me up to date with the rugby if you have it on in the background or you're watching it. Spurs sacked Nuno, by the way, and employed Ange. To be fair, Nuno's style of football isn't very Spurs friendly, is it? You know, Spurs fans want attacking, expansive football, even if it means they can't defend very well. Now, I'm not saying they want quite as far as Ange's, but certainly Nuno's style of football is not very friendly for Spurs. It's a very peculiar style, but it's an effective one, as we've seen this season. Alan said, Craig, did you save many penalty kicks in your career? Now, I'm not just saying this, mate, because there's loads of things that I could have done a lot better on in goalkeeping, but I never lost a penalty shootout, and I say that sincerely looking down the camera. Even now, my wife says to me when we're watching TV and I said, this is going here, or that's going there, she said, how do you know? It was just something that was like a sixth sense. So, I was really good. I took the penalties for my team as well, but as a goalkeeper in penalty shootouts, honestly, I was actually really, really good. If I had to say I had weaknesses in my own game, yes, there was definitely weaknesses there. Distribution was one of them. But I don't know what it is. I was very good at reading body language. Let it be known, Craig is the greatest Irish goalkeeper of all time. Well, you know, me, Packy Bonner, Shay Given. Bit of a toss-up, really, isn't it? Creevy and Kelleher. No, absolutely not. But do you know what? As a little country, we've certainly produced some top-quality goalkeepers over the years. You know, some of the stuff that I had the pleasure of watching Shay Given do and perform for Ireland was extraordinary. The amount of games that Shay Given saved us in, quite incredible. Just got my Stevie G Reebok kit from 0405 on. Well in. City still piling forward here, by the way, trying to find an equaliser. We're about to go into stoppage time. Forest now trying to counter. We'll find out any second now what the ref's adding on. 4 minutes. 4 minutes added on in the City-Newcastle game. Or City-Forest game, sorry. Newcastle, getting ahead of myself. There, 2 cups of coffee into me. Yep, City are losing. Lakers. 1-0 at the minute, mate. And they're into 4 minutes of additional time here. They do have a corner. Murillo just blocks across, puts it behind. So it will be a Manchester City corner. Shay should have played with a top 10 team with class. Oh, look. Shay Given could have graced most teams in the Premier League, I think, in all honesty. I don't think he ever... Oh, City nearly found an equaliser. Kovacic, edge of the box. Has a volley, cuts across it. Has Sell scrambling to his left. How far away was this? Oh, that's not far away. Half a yard. Cuts across it. Don't think the keeper would have got there, but still 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. We're into the second minute of the 4. Luke Hill. Craig, you absolute legend. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. So look, a little reminder, ladies and gents, we'll be back live tonight for a late night agenda at either 8:30 or 8:45. So I hope you can join us for that one as well. And hands up who's got the tickets to come and see us in Liverpool. I couldn't believe it the other day when we got the update and about half the tickets for the theatre were originally in sold already. So absolutely buzzing for it. But don't worry, if you need to hang off on your tickets or anything, we do have the ability to move into a bigger theatre if we sell out, and hopefully we do. The first one. Frozen said, I smile at so-called Liverpool fans asking if Craig's ever been to a game. Craig is more passionate for Liverpool in his little toe than they will ever have. Craig going to a game makes the Liverpool family automatically. Or going to a game. So I'm in this bit of a pickle, right? So obviously I have my own words about the owners and how I don't like them and how I don't want to go over and fund the problems. But also, this is my job. So any game day I miss, it's not just me that loses out financially. It's Connor that loses out financially. It's others that lose out financially as well. So it's such a tough situation. Of course, I'd love to go over to more games and stuff. But one, I don't know if I'm really welcome at Anfield. And two, I got to make sure that I pay the bills, right? Do you know what I would love to do, though? Hand on heart. I'd love to do an away game at some point in my life. I've never been fortunate enough to do an away day, as in the Premier League, or even a European away day that isn't a final, which would be brilliant. That's the dream, to be honest. I'd love to do an away game someday. Said it a lot. Murillo is the real deal, said Whitehammer. I just wonder, is he mobile enough for us? He's certainly a very good defender. But I don't know if he'd be mobile enough for us. And actually as well, Whitehammer, to be honest with you, I don't know how good he is with his ball distribution either, because I haven't seen that much of him. We've got 30 seconds to go, though. Still City probing. They play in a deep cross, and Sells will eat that up all day long. And that will probably be that for City. What's the Sidemen charity match? I think I'll watch Liverpool, thanks mate. But genuinely, to everybody who's taken part in the Sidemen charity game and everyone that's going to it, well done to all. Always incredible to see the amount of money raised for good charities and stuff. So full credit to everybody involved. Whether there's just people going to it or people taking part in it, you know, fair play. It's over. It is Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester City 0 is the final result at the City ground. Craig's Premier League predictions, the first game out the window already. I had 2-0 to City there, but I tell you what, that is a brilliant, brilliant result for Nuno Espirito Santo's side and for the European aspirations. Has anybody seen the Olympiacos centenary home shirt? Oh, lads. I have to say, it is... Connor as a designer can probably speak better to this, but for me, it is the beauty of simplicity. It is just a simple shirt done incredibly well. You know what? I might have it here that I can share with you. Let me bring it up on screen and you can see it. Yeah, I do. This is incredible. Let me show you this. 1 second. Look at that. Look at that, the footy headlines leaked there. Ladies and gentlemen, that to me is... That's just perfect. No words to add to that. That shirt is just perfect. It's incredible. The gold Adidas trefoil logo really sets it off for me. There's some gold that you might not be able to see as well. On the badge that just complements it. It's just beautiful. It's just... Normally I hate colours on a football shirt, but that's beautiful. I'm considering buying myself that, to be honest with you. It's a gorgeous shirt. Steve Aldersey said, life lesson, love your job like Craig, priceless. Oh mate, you've no idea how lucky I think I am that this is my job. Pinch myself. Now, we earned it. You know, we did work for free for four and a half years to get here, but yeah, man, I'm so incredibly lucky. The Adidas original logo is way better. The trefoil one, it's the best. I think Mike said this in our Discord one day. You could throw the trefoil logo on anything, and it would look great because it is. It's just iconic, that logo. Saints fan here, follow your stream, but I want you to lose. That's okay, Justin. I totally understand where you're coming from, my friend. Look, let me just say, Justin, I have nothing but respect for Southampton as a football club. They've always been a club that have stuck to bringing through good young players. They've always been a club that have tried to play football in an expansive way. So honestly, man, I really wanted you to stay up. I have nothing but respect for Southampton. But obviously today, just like you said to me, I don't want to get in the result, but appreciate you dropping in, sir. Thank you, and all the best for the remainder of the campaign. Anirud said, Craig, what do you think of the lineup? I would have made some more changes, my friend. I would have made some more changes personally, but certainly a lineup I think should get the job done and get the win today. But yeah, I can't lie, I would have made more changes. I would have played Endo in midfield. I would have probably rested Salah and played Chiesa. Oh, I have a question. I know there's a lot of MMA fans in the chat, so just wanted to ask, is any Irish MMA fans going to Cage Warriors next month in April? We got our tickets yesterday. We're going to be going along. We haven't been to an MMA event for a few years, so when we seen that they were in Dublin in April, we thought, hey, let's get some tickets and go along. So if you are heading along, let us know, and if you see us, come up and say hello. Rate the lineup out of 10, said Luke. It's depending on what you want me to rate it on. Because it's not our strongest lineup, but I guess the rating would be how suitable it is for this game. In that case, probably an 8 or a 9. Liz, would love to see you do an away match with a meet and greet, also live person watch along. I'd love to. We were in talks, Liz, with the Hot Water Comedy Club at one point about potentially doing a watch-along and show for the League Cup final in, well, obviously in 2 weeks, but we couldn't quite make it all work out time-wise and that. But it's something I've always thought about, yeah, doing a big final or something, watch-along and a meet and greet or whatever at the same time. Certainly be on my list of things to do. I've no plans for the Champions League final, so if we get there, maybe still time to figure out something for that one. But yeah, a long way to go. Yeah, only 1 week away now for the League Cup final. I know, it's really creeping up, isn't it? Next Sunday. Tony Steele said, I think Endo should have started and Gravenberch rested. Oh, I agree, Tony, mate, I agree. I think most of us will probably agree with you on that one, sir. I just crashed. Well, I hope you're safe, Major Zero. And get off your phone. First and foremost, mate. Apology to Nunez. For what? What should we be apologising to Nunez for? For having 5 good minutes in the season? Yeah, that's we're all full of apologies. Now, mate, go fuck yourself. How about that? Just kick this dickhead out. Honestly, no time for idiots like you. None. Nunez has been terrible, and to say anything else would be an absolute lie. And if you're happy with his performances for 85 million, then more power to you. There'll be no apologies here. Strong lineup, surprised. What do you think of Gibbs White? Lineup wise, probably a bit stronger than I expected. What do I think of Gibbs White? He's a solid player, but wouldn't be a player I'd want to Liverpool, but a good solid player who's done very well at a team that suits his traits. Who do I think will get subbed on? No idea, mate. It depends how the game goes. It does, honestly. Like, if we're 3-0 up after 45 minutes, who knows? If we're 0-0 after 88 minutes, so it's difficult to guess who'd come on. But look, the dream scenario is, get into a comfortable lead and then see the manager make the full 5 changes and rest some players up. Will you be live streaming the show in Liverpool? No, not live streaming. Potentially record it, but I don't think we have the capability to do it. Let me say that. The venue have the capability to live stream the show. But from my perspective, I'd be worried about what I say, because it's a live show. And there's going to be a lot of stuff that I wouldn't say on a live stream. So probably not. We'll probably record it if we do. Maybe if needs, do some editing, edit it. But there's always stuff that we would say there that we wouldn't say on a stream. That, should stay in the room probably. Wouldn't be fair on ticket buyers either. Well, it would, to be fair, because ticket buyers get to meet us on the night and have a chat with us. So, I think it would, in all honesty, because, as I said, you get to come up, have a chat with us and, you know, meet us in person. So, you know, I think ticket buyers would understand, but ultimately, I think recording it is probably a more sensible option. But I don't know if we'll do either, in all honesty. That's a Connor question. Connor said, the £85 million footballer did his job correctly once and once plaudits. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like you can be shit for 98% of the season, do well for 2%, and we're all supposed to apologise. No, thank you. Just do more of that. Do more of what you've been doing would be great. Reckon we'll be where we are if Amram's in charge. No. And not because I don't think Amram's a good coach, Major Zero, because we'd have a lot of change, right? I think there was something written that Liverpool reckon they'd have to spend about £400 million to get a squad that would work with the balance of the way Amram's system is. So, no, we wouldn't be where we are, but it isn't because I think Amram's a terrible coach. It's just it would be a lot of change. Craig, did you see that if Keisha doesn't play at least 2 more matches, he won't get a Premier League medal? Well, he could get one if the club get him one. So the club gets some extra ones, I think, if my understanding is right, Scout Stewart. And they could do what they like with them. But ultimately, you know, the club brought in Chiesa. You or I didn't do it. So if he doesn't get enough performances or enough appearances, that's probably an indictment of our recruitment then, isn't it? Is the game on Sky? No, it isn't, mate. Not today. It's on. For me, I'm watching it on Premier Sport in Ireland. I think Liz said it was on Peacock in the United States. It'll be on DAZN in Spain and a couple of other places. But yes, no Sky or TNT for this one because it's a 3 p.m. and they can't show 3 p.m s in the UK legally. Right, let me just get the right channel on. I was watching the end of that City game, so let me just get Premier Sport on here. Where are you? Premier Sport 1. There we go. Mark said teams get 40 medals for winning the league for staff as well as players, as long as everybody who's eligible for medals has got one. There you go. Thank you, Mark. Okay. Sweet. Nice. Right, don't forget, by the way, folks, we will be back live tonight at 8:30 or 8:45 for the late night agenda, where we'll talk about Sesko, Isak, and lots of other transfer bits and pieces. So if you want to join us back here tonight, we'll be going through all of that. Right, where are we? Top 3 favourite Nike kits. I don't really like them. Mate, this season's black one is a gorgeous kit. But other than that, probably the creamy coloured one with the collar. And then my last season's home was alright. So, I need your help, my friends. We have 26 minutes to kick off. We need 600 likes to keep a record up this season. If you haven't hit the like button, please do help us make sure we get to 1,000 likes before kick-off. We've done it for 28 games this season in the league. Want to make sure we get to 29. So, if you can, hit that one. Try for France, disallowed for a forward pass. Thank you, Heavy Metal D. What was said Endo could be a Milner replacement. What do you rate more, Milner or Endo? At the moment, Milner, because he did it for longer. But Endo, if he can become the closer 2.0, then that's a great little bonus for us all. Going strong to get the title won ASAP, said Phil. Must be, Phil, must be. We all just hope, of course, we don't pick up a knock or anything, touch wood, but yeah, probably a little bit stronger than some of us would have expected. Let me run through the bench for everybody, by the way, just in case you haven't seen it. So, Liverpool bench today: Kelleher, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell and Kwanzaa. Once again, Kelleher, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell and Kwanzaa. With even 2 games in hand, 16 points is a crazy number to make up for Arsenal. It is. It's ridiculous. You know, even allowing them to get to 2 wins for the games in hand, you're talking about needing to make up 10 points on us, and we've a better goal difference with 9 games. It ain't happening. So yeah, today is another big step forward if we get the win. Antonio said, just logging in here in Brooklyn, New York. Reds all the way. Much love, Antonio. Hope you enjoy the game, my friend. Darwin up top, interesting. It is, but you know, let's be honest. Jota wasn't great against PSG, nor was most of the forward line, to be frank. So I don't have any problems with him going with Darwin today. Let's hope Darwin repays the manager's faith by putting in a good performance. Mike said, I feel Chiesa would work better as a centre forward for us. He doesn't stay in one place or look for players often. Well, he played most of his career at Juventus through the centre. Not by a whole lot, but I remember seeing the percentages of which sides he played on. And he did play most of the time through the centre. But of course, if you ask Chiesa, he'd say that he's a wide player. TalkSport are the biggest a-holes, said Dave. Well, yeah, of course, you know. People know my take on TalkSport. I don't have any time for it. I think it's just fan baiting and just the lowest common denominator nonsense stuff. Derek, appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Derek Naranen, appreciate you. Crazy question. You're currently Liverpool 11, but they have to be out of position. Oh, Harry, I don't have the mental energy, mate, to be going through that on a match day before the game with 20-something minutes to go. So, yeah, another day, sir. Maybe on a live stream some night, but not now. I haven't got the mental energy. Too early in the day. Maywan said, hey, Craig, Aaron here from Australia. Can you give us an update about Trent Mo Virgil's contract? I don't have one for you, unfortunately. I'm as nervous as you are about them. And I've talked myself into and out of confidence about the three of them. So yeah, mate, I wish I did have a proper update for you, but hand on heart, I have no idea what's happening. I was watching Sky last night, though, and Back Pages tonight, and they basically said, I'm paraphrasing somewhere here because I don't remember the exact words, but they said it's an open secret that he's probably off to Madrid, Trent. So after that, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, there's no logical reason for me that you don't have Virgil and Mo done unless you don't want them done, but let's wait and see. Do you think Núñez will score today? Do you know what? Yeah, I do. I'm going to back the big man to score today. So, yes, let's get that one in early doors. I'm going to go for Salah to get one and Darwin to get one. After that, who knows? But, yeah, I'm going to back them two to score today. PSG, by the way, are begging us to give them a kicking. And I don't mean physically, but they're begging us to play them off the park on Tuesday. It's like they're just trying to wind Liverpool up and poke the bear, but, you know, let's see how Tuesday night gets on. What do I think the score will be? Rodney, I'm sticking with my 3-0 prediction, my man. So I'm gonna say 3-0. Football Goats, appreciate you, bro. Yes, let's get the likes up. We're up to 740 now. So if we can keep hitting that like button, we'll get there. We've 20 minutes to go. We need 260 odd likes. Excuse me. Okay, let me just make sure I get this one up. Good afternoon, Craig, as always. What is your favourite of the Reebok home and away kits? Mine are the 96-98 home and the 90 green away. I didn't really like the Reebok ones. The one after we won the Champions League with the gold was okay. But the first one that springs to mind is the one that I think of for the FA Cup and Carabao Cup final double. The orangey blue one. Because I bought that for my missus when we start going out. So that one. What do you think of PSG players being so confident that they'll win at Anfield on Tuesday? They've got to back up that confidence, don't they? Look, it would be naive of me to say that they wouldn't have taken some confidence from the first game because they played really, really well. But they lost. So, onus is on them now to turn around at Anfield. And our counter-attack can't be as poor as it was in the first leg. So I think we'll catch them as they pour forward. And I think probably, haven't done out my prediction yet, but I imagine something like 2-1 Liverpool or 1-1. But I think we go through. It's not going to be easy. And we're going to have to be a lot better than we were in Paris. Or maybe we don't if Alisson Becker can repeat the heroics. Damien, thank you, my friend. Appreciate your super chat, my man. Thank you. I'm listening in from Oz, sent through a super chat, love the show. Damien, appreciate you. Just brought it up on screen, my friend, and thank you. Enjoy it, and hopefully we get to 3 points today and no injuries or anything, because as soon as this game's over, your mind will be going straight to the game on Tuesday night, and then of course we've a break for a few days after that before the League Cup final. Am I watching the Sidemen charity match on the side? No. I've no interest in it. And I don't mean that against the Sidemen. I mean, I don't even watch the Liverpool charity games. I don't watch football unless it's competitive. I've no interest in it. But, I'll certainly probably try and make a donation later on. Because it's incredible what they do. And I said this a few times. Nothing but respect to everybody that plays any part in anything for charity. So, absolute top notch from the Sidemen and everyone attending the game as well. Like, you got to just say well done to all involved. But not for me. Is there any truth to the Firmino rumours? I don't know what they are, but I'm going to say the answer is no. I've got no idea. I'm sure it's probably that he's coming back or something, but let's be honest, is nowhere near good enough now to come back in and make a difference. So, no. PSG have underestimated Anfield, and they're not the first, won't be the last. Yeah, but like all the others, hopefully they go with their tail between their legs, Carl. Connor said, do we agree with the lineup? Would have loved Chiesa getting a start as we spent money, but don't give him game time. I would have loved Endo to get a start, Chiesa to get a start, Kwanzaa I would have played instead of Kanade to give him a rest. But, it is what it is. I'd take a weaker Firmino than nothing at all. I wouldn't. Do you not remember when he left? He was nowhere near good enough. He had that good last run out against United. But, you wouldn't be getting back a Firmino that's even 50% of the other Firmino. And it just wouldn't be good enough. So, let's keep the memories the way they are and love them the way we rightly do. As I keep saying, I have a Bobby Firmino painting hanging in my living room. I absolutely love the guy. Is there truth in the half and half Liverpool-Newcastle kits for the final? What do you think? Think about what you've asked there and then realise what a stupidly silly question it is. Is there truth that two clubs will wear half and half kits, one made by Adidas, one made by Nike, in a final, and you think their sponsors and all are going to be happy with? I mean, Harry, that's probably one of the most stupid questions I've ever heard. And I don't say that to insult you, but I'm being honest. It's one of the most ridiculous questions I think I've ever been asked. Half and half kits in a... I mean, what do you think? I don't know what to say, man. That's just a ridiculous question. On so many levels. But the answer is no, anyway. Biggie Malt said, we're in part of the season where it's essentially rest or rhythm. I'm glad I don't have to make those calls. I would have gone with rest today because, you know, we looked exhausted at times against PSG, but we're going to wait and see. Look, it's so difficult because, of course, we're all a bit edgy because we know we've got a difficult game on Tuesday, and we know that this one should be fairly straightforward, but there's a lot of shoulds in there. You know, we should have been better against PSG. We should beat them today at home, but let's just get it done and we can talk about it then. Why did we loan out Dan's? Games like this would have been perfect. Because he needed game time, quite simply. So that's the answer. I mean, you said we need it for days like this, which is a fair point, but we have Chiesa, and he's not getting a look in again, which really confuses me. You know, surely to God he gets sold in the summer. There's just no logical reason as to keep Chiesa when the manager clearly doesn't want to play him. You know, today would have been a great opportunity to give him a run out. Jaden said, Jesus, people are really talking about getting Firmino back. I know, it's nuts. It's nuts. Right, couple of things, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, want to say a massive thank you to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Why not check out the Chairman Pro Package face shaving kit or anything else at manscaped.com and treat yourself to 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. Use our code Anfield20 at checkout or scan the QR code in the bottom corner. And most importantly, the big one. Tickets to our end of season party at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool are on sale, and so far so good. Over 50% of the current capacity sold, and we hope to see you there on the night. You can get your tickets with the link in the description of this video, and the tickets are priced at £20 plus booking fee, and it's an all ages event. It's going to be an Anfield Agenda reunion show as well, with myself, Connor, Chris, Steve and Jack all together, including yours truly being interviewed live on stage for the first time in my life. And to everyone that's already got their tickets, thank you, and can't wait to meet up with you guys again in, well, just over 2 months' time. Irfan said, Chris Stonage, haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, he's currently working as the press officer in the World Snooker Tour, which is a great job for him. Chris joined us on stage in Cardiff as well, by the way, for a show over there during the summer. So, be lovely to catch up with all the guys again. And yeah, I said this at the time, but originally when we booked the show, this was going to be my bye-bye show. That's why I wanted all the guys involved. I was going to walk out stage left and say bye-bye Anfield Agenda and bye-bye content, but that was during the dark days. Now it's just an Anfield Agenda reunion show, so hopefully see you guys there. Move Like Jay said, I'm from the US, so just curious, why can't the game be shown legally in the UK? So, mate, there's a blackout rule in the UK, and it was put in to protect attendances at live football games. And the blackout is that no 3 p.m. games can be shown on TV in the UK. It's a rule that many people feel is outdated, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. I'm lucky. I live in Ireland, and for me, today, the game is on TV, so I can watch it on Premier Sport. But it really feels frustrating, doesn't it? That, you know, maybe people in America can watch it, Australia can watch it, New Zealand can watch it, but people in the UK can't watch their own team playing as well. And it's mad. But unfortunately, man, and it's not just a rule, it's a law. So, yeah, it's to protect live attendances, but feels outdated when you can't really get tickets to games these days anyway. But maybe it's done to protect lower leagues, but either way, that's the reasoning. Are you going to the parade? No, and the reason is, if it's on the 26th, which is the Monday, I'll be in Liverpool for my show 2 days later anyway, so no, I won't be able to get over. If we're in the Champions League final, then I guess the potential parade would be on the Sunday or the Monday after the Champions League final, but if we aren't in the Champions League final, I'm guessing it'll probably be Monday the 26th, and it's 2 days before our live show, so I'll be flying into Liverpool on the 28th for a show. LFC Tom said, is it true that Barcola is offside in the Canade red card incident? Looked at it again and it seems possible, but I couldn't find a definitive answer. So I don't have a definitive answer for you, Tom. I've also seen it brought up and mentioned, but I don't know is the honest answer. It's all irrelevant really because Canade wasn't sent off, but it's certainly been discussed. I don't know off the top of my head if it would have 100% been on or off. Connor said there was an edited image going around with him offside. Fairly sure he was on. But either way, it wasn't given. So, people can just continue to cry about it. And I don't mean Liverpool fans, I mean others. What am I watching the game on? Premier Sport, mate. Premier Sport. Right, we only need 113 more likes to go, and we've got 8 minutes to get them, folks. So if you can't, drop a like on the stream, get us to the 1,000 before kickoff. There's a lot of crybaby PSG fans online. There's a lot of crybaby fans online of all clubs, to be fair. I include us, and I'm probably one of the big crybabies, but, I have to say, if that was the other way around, and we lost the game 1-0 after playing like that, I'd probably be feeling pretty annoyed about life as well. Especially knowing you've got to go away then for the second leg. Johnny Rico said starting to really dislike PSG. They're a sports washing project. They should be disliked. It's even openly discussed with the journalists, like on TV. There's nothing to like about PSG. The whole thing is just a sports washing project, and I've no time for any of it. So yeah, I think PSG, Madrid and Manchester City are all pains in the arse, personally. Welsh Dragon said that Doué from PSG looks quality though. He's the guy who made Alisson make the really, really good extended save, isn't he, when he came off the bench? He certainly looked lively, definitely. And that save from Alisson, I've watched that back 4 or 5 times, and it's just incredible. Like, every time I watch it, I think he's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And then last second, he almost extra extends his hands. Just incredible. Craig, do you see 4 people talking on my screen? No. There's pixies jumping around here on unicorns playing polo. Is that not what you're seeing? Oh, that's steady. The Pixie World Cup's on. It's top quality stuff. Is Gakpo's injury serious? No, it isn't. I know it's frustrating because he's missed the last 2, but the manager himself said it isn't serious, but serious enough to keep him out of the squad today anyway. Brian's in. 50 gifted memberships. Absolute legend. Brian, thank you so much, mate, as always. And well done to everyone that gets one of the memberships. Absolute top notch. And on the memberships, if you want to treat yourself to something from the Anfield Agenda shop, then you get 10% off if you're a member. So check out the membership tab of the YouTube channel and go visit AnfieldAgendaShop.com to get that 10% discount. Put the percentages on Trent, Darwin, Mo and VVD leaving. Trent, I would say, it is a guess. I would say 80 leaving. Darwin, 99.99% leaving. Mo, I'm 50-50 on. And VVD, I'd probably say 70-30 from to stay. But again, all of those are just guesses. Except the Darwin one. That seems a formality at this point. Right, thank you to everyone who did hit the like button. We've now gone past 1,000 likes. Absolute legends. And again to Brian, thank you so much, mate, for gifting those memberships. The teams are in the tunnel at Anfield. Southampton going to be in their away strip of yellow. Of course, the Reds in their home strip. Let me take you through the teams one more time. We will start off with Southampton. It's Ramsdale, Harwood, Bellis, Bednarak and Manning. Then Granbank, Ukachukwu, Smallbone, Walker-Peters, Dibbling, Fernandez, and Sulemana. For Liverpool, it's Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Costas at left back, Ibrahim Konate and Virgil van Dijk are your centre backs. Midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai. Up top, Darwin Núñez through the middle. On the left, Luis Diaz. On the right, Mohamed Salah. And your Liverpool substitutes today: Queevy and Kelleher, Waturo Endo, Alexis McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell, Kwanzaa. Once again, Kelleher, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robertson, McConnell and Kwanzaa. Pro tip, you can't change the channel with a KitKat. Oh, Steve, mate, some of the stupid things I've done over the years, that makes that makes me feel a bit better, you know. I've never used a KitKat to try and change the TV, but I've certainly tried to do it with my phone on a few occasions. What's up with Trent's finger? He had a wrap on it. It's a repetitive strain injury from picking his nose. It's happened to me a few times as well. You know, I've had to have a sling on occasion because of the sheer volume of nose picking. I don't know, mate. I have no idea. What do you think of our lineup today? It's probably stronger than I would have gone, but hopefully it works and we get the job done. Right, ladies and gents, we are closing in on kickoff again. Sit back, relax, and thank you for joining us today. One more time before we get underway, if you want to come and see us at the end of the season, we will be at the Hot Water Comedy Club May 28th, 3 days after the final game of the league season. We'll be there to celebrate, and if you want to come along and join us, you can get your tickets with a link in the description. Thank you once again to our sponsors Manscaped as well. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20 or by scanning the QR code. Right, are we good? Let's hope we get the job done today. I'm back in Darwin to grab myself a goal as well. If you are putting predictions in, please do lash the letter P in after it. And other than that, enjoy. I'll gotta be focusing to keep you up to date with what's happening, because I know a lot of people in the UK are gonna have to be creative if they want to watch it. But I'll do my best to keep you up to date with commentary and stuff during the game. So if I ignore the chat a bit, it's just because I'm looking at the game and trying to keep people up to date. Reds are in the huddle before we kick off, and fingers crossed we're one step closer. Remember, 9 games to go after this one. If the Reds can get a win, we open up a 16-point gap over Arsenal, who do of course have 2 games in hand, but times are running out. Sun is shining, strong lineup, 4-0. Let's go, lads, said Mutai Squirrel. What a name that is, mate. Well in. And thank you. Corbin said, hopefully a half-decent Darwin performance. I think he scores today. I'm backing him to score. Right. The Reds will be attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. We're about to get underway. Sit back, relax, and I'll do my best to keep you up to date with what's happening. Arsenal play United, Rory, tomorrow at Old Trafford. I think United won't be that fussed about it, though, to be fair. Their big game is Thursday against Sociedad. Right. About to get underway. Reds attacking the Annie Road end first half. Ref's doing his final checks. And we're off. We are off, ladies and gents. Ball goes back to Virgil, who takes a couple of touches and then launches it out left-hand side, where Szoboszlai wins the header. Now it's with Darwin. Back to Gravenberch. Ibu. Again, I'll sync up for everybody when we get to 1 minute. And appreciate you guys being with us. Gravenberch. Jones dropped a little bit deeper, hit to pick up possession left-hand side. Diaz. Back to Virgil. Trent. To Mo. Back to Trent. Trent switches it up, goes left side to Diaz, who brings it down on his chest, edge of the penalty area, into Jones. Jones strike, couple of deflections, and hooked away. Good play that from Liverpool. Jones strike eventually blocked and cleared by Southampton. Right, we're coming up to 1 minute. So it is 1 minute and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I'm glad that Onachukwu isn't playing for them, or Onochu isn't playing for them, excuse me. Oh, look, mate, that's one of the hardest Premier League 11s to pronounce, to be honest, going through that team. And thank you for your super chat, my friend. This is Arne Slot's final game of his 2-game touchline ban, but he will be able to get into the dressing room at half-time to chat with the lads. Liverpool tried to slip a ball in behind down the right-hand side to Darwin Núñez, but it was overhit and it goes behind for a Southampton goal kick. What is the count that I do? So it's for people if they want to sync up. So if you want to have the game clock at the same time as me and you're a little bit ahead, you can pause it and then we'll be watching at the same time. So it's just to basically try to sync up with everybody so my commentary on the game works with how you're watching at home. 5-3 to France in the rugby. Thank you, Rory. 8-3 now. Right, Gravenberch. Inside the Liverpool half. Goes back to Ibu. Ibu out right-hand side to Trent. Salah. Nice ball inside from Mo to Ibrahima Konate. Liverpool work the ball now about left side to Costas. Diaz. Not really got much support, so he goes back to Costas. Free kick to the Reds. Pretty much bang smack on the halfway line. Virgil takes it quickly. Salah. Tries the ball infield to Darwin, but it's intercepted. Liverpool have it back though with Mohamed Salah. Well done, Mo, tracking back. Any idea about Bradley? I don't have a confirmed time frame, Mohamed. I don't have a confirmed time frame for you on him, but doesn't look like he's close to being back as of yet anyway. And thank you for your super chat, Mohamed. Jones. Out right hand side to Konate. Ibu goes long over the top. Looking for Diaz it would have been, but second ball breaks in midfield for Southampton. Liverpool throw in. Jones now. To Virgil. Clock just hits the 4-minute mark. Virgil, back to Jones. Costas. Virgil, bit of a Cruyff turn on the halfway line. Pings one in to Szoboszlai. I don't know who Dom was trying to play it to though. He tries to lay it off. Liverpool have won it back though. Well done, Curtis Jones. Diaz, back to Jones. Inside to Lucho. Lucho spins away from a couple of defenders. Challenge eventually comes in on them though. Southampton looking to counter-attack here. Yes, Costas. Liverpool smothering Southampton whenever they get the ball, winning it back very quickly. Well done, Curtis Jones. Good play there from Jones and Costas. Virgil. Gravenberch. Out right-hand side to Trent. Trent now cuts in field. Plays the ball to Salah. Szoboszlai. Back out to Gravenberch. Salah. Jones. Oh, he drags it wide. Oh. He wish he could have had that one again, Curtis Jones. Liverpool play some intricate stuff on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Eventually, it breaks on the edge of the box to Curtis Jones. And, yeah, he'll be wanting that again. Drags it just wide of the keeper's right-hand post. You could see head in hands there for Jones when he missed it. Alisson, Virgil, Costas. To Jones. Back to Alisson. Again, Liverpool playing around with it inside their own penalty area. Alisson moves it out to his right, plays it out towards Mohamed Salah, who can't quite control it. And the ball goes out for Southampton throw-in. Craig, being Republic of Ireland, do you know about Will Smallbone? Yes, of course. I wouldn't say he's fantastic or anything, but of course, I know all about Will Smallbone. Right, 7 minutes on the clock. Still scoreless. Virgil. Gravenberch gets away from a couple of challenges, then has a few loose touches, but Liverpool managed to keep possession on this left-hand side. I'm good, Joshua, mate. Thank you. I'm good. I'll be better if Liverpool find a breakthrough early doors. Virgil inside the centre circle. Not much pressure on him. Trent. Out to Mo. Mo looking inside. Goes back to Trent for a 1-2. Trent tries to pick him out, but it drops out to the box to Szoboszlai. He plays it off the Southampton player, but it ricochets through to Ibrahim Konate. And thankfully for us, he recycles it back to Alisson. Now Verge. Centre of the park. Robert Younger, I'm good, thank you, bro. Hope all is good with you. Email Abu, thank you, bro. Again, appreciate you. Lots of love over to you guys in Florida. Smidgets, you're about to get banned for fake scoring, and after getting a membership, that's not great. So yeah, can't be putting in fake scores. We've warned about this a load of times, mate. If you're putting in a prediction, we need the letter P after it. Other words, people are going to think, and you may have been putting in a fake score. Jones. Costas. Gravenberch. To Ibu. Out to Costas. He goes into the left channel looking for Diaz. Can he keep it in? Challenge on him, and it'll be a Liverpool corner. Hopefully Lucho's okay. He looks like he is. Liverpool corner, left-hand side. Oh, he is. He's down still, Diaz. He kind of clattered into the advertising boards after the challenge on him. It was a fair challenge, but he went straight into the advertising hoardings there. You know, both lads were committed to the ball. There's nothing sinister about it. Bednarek makes a good challenge, and he looks like he's getting back to his feet, Lucho. Good man. He's alright, thankfully. Back on his feet. Right, we're 10 minutes in. Still scoreless. Liverpool have a corner now. Trent to take it. Left-hand side. Headed away by Southampton. Costas, the second ball, out to Gravenberch, who can't keep it in play. It'll be a Southampton throw-in on the far side of the pitch. No Maka to take corners today, so back to Trent taking them, and his corners haven't been great as of late, so fingers crossed he can pull out a couple of good deliveries today when he gets the chance. Liverpool get the throw, which they take quickly on the far side of the pitch. Virgil now has it, centre circle. Konate. Trent. Back to Ibu. Costas to Jones. Jones tries to spin infield. Couple of ricochets though, and eventually Liverpool have it back with Ryan Gravenberch. Out to Trent. Salah. Again, dribbles at players, but Manning gets a foot in, puts it out for Liverpool throw in on the far side. Trent to Ibu. Virgil out left side to Luis Diaz. Lucho into Ryan Gravenberch. Nothing on there, so goes back inside to Lucho. Drifts in past a few players before he's dispossessed, but Liverpool have it back with Mohamed Salah. Not a great cross in there from Mo. Nobody near it. Well done, Jones. Great challenge. Curtis Jones has been brilliant at winning the ball back today. And then giving it away again. Commentator's curse there. But Jones, every time we lose possession, Jones straight back at winning it. It's I have no clue what you're saying. Well, I'm speaking fucking English, so it's not that hard, bro. You can clearly type it. So if you don't know what I'm saying, I don't know what else to explain to you, but I give up. Yeah, sorry. Mic was muted. My apologies. Apologies. I forgot to unmute it after I coughed. Yeah, Southampton trying to play out from the back there. Made an absolute mess of it. And you just wonder sometimes why managers persist with it, even when it hasn't worked all season. Then you come to Anfield, I'd be no dicking about if I was at the back. Gravenberch now inside the Canade to Virgil. Again. Clash of heads here between two Southampton players. We really are a team that plays in behind, aren't we, in hopes for the second balls. The amount of times we're playing balls into just areas and hope to win the second ball it's something to behold. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it seems like every time Virgil or Trent get the ball, they're looking to kind of ping one in over the defenders and hope for the second ball. Patrick said Jones is playing amazing so far. He is. He's had a really, really good start. Southampton players here still getting a little bit of treatment here. There was a genuine collision between two of them when they went for the ball. Michael Dunstan, lovely to see you, my friend, and thank you for your kind words. Appreciate you. Again, we're still seeing treatment here for the Southampton players, so player welfare is of prime importance. Can you rate Rush, Torres, Suarez, Salah in order? Rush, Salah, Suarez, Torres. That's my guess, Leon. Yeah, Rush, Salah, Suarez, Torres. Yeah, in that order for me. I don't know what I don't know where to go with that one, Alan. Thank you for the super chat, mate. But I don't know. Greg Lucas, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Appreciate you. I forgot what NFL team you support. The Green Bay Packers, sir. Green Bay Packers. Still a stoppage, by the way. Here's Bednarek still getting a bit of treatment. He's back up to his feet. Although I did only nail my colours to the Packers mask last season. I was humming and hawing for about a year and a half about whether I go Texans, Packers, but ultimately I ended up on Packers because it was Aaron Rodgers that made me fall in love with watching the NFL. So yeah. Can I understand the Kerry accent? I mean, I've not had much dealings with people with a Kerry accent, to be honest with you, but it's a difficult one. But yeah, I can understand every Irish accent, to be fair, but that's the one, alright. Kerry one's difficult. Do I watch Formula 1? No, not really a fan of it. I do know that there's an 11th team coming in. I did see that one. But yeah, Cadillac. So no, I don't. My wife and my son watch a bit of it. Connor will be a big NFL viewer, or excuse me, F1 viewer, but no, not for me. Don't have the time. And some of the hours that it's on is nuts. Too many early starts for me. What time is the breaking of fast at Anfield? I don't imagine there will be any breaking of fast during the match time, mate. I don't think we'll see, because it's a 3 p.m. kickoff, I don't think you'll see sundown before the game's over. So I would imagine there will be nothing taken on from any of the lads who observe in Ramadan. But then again, I don't know the absolute time frame of when the sun goes down. I'm just guessing. Right, we're back on their way anyway, thankfully, and it will be a Southampton ball. Corner, Will Smallball to take it on the far side of the pitch, Cop end. In swinging one. Oh, they get a header, and thankfully it's straight at Alisson. Oh, yo, don't be giving us these moments, lads. Come on. It wasn't much of a powerful header, but still, they got up and they got a shot away. Almost at the 20-minute mark. Welcome into everyone that's joining us. So far, it's been all Liverpool, but no real clear-cut chances as of yet. Curtis Jones, probably the best chance of the game. From the edge of the box, dragged it just wide. Diaz now. If you can't, please do hit that subscribe button as well. We're only 90 subscribers away from 303,000, so thank you guys so much for your support. Oh, 1-2. Salah. Cleared away by Southampton. Alan said, Craig, regarding rating Liverpool goal scorers, bear in mind Rush played when being level with the last defender was offside. Well, I already rated him first, so I can't really do much more than that, Alan. Right. Soboslai jogs forward towards the halfway line, right hand side of the pitch. Still nobody pressing him. Still in possession, Dom. Nothing on there, so he goes back to Canade. Virgil. There's not much movement there. This is all too slow paced for my liking. Diaz. Costas tries to play it back to Diaz, but under hits it, and now Southampton have possession. It's just too lackadaisical again. Wake up. Southampton now on the attack. Well done. Trent gets a challenge in. It'll be another Southampton corner though. It all came again from Costas lazily giving away possession. I really don't like this languid style we've had recently. Like, we should be looking to start these games quick and blow Southampton away, not amble our way into the game. It just all seems so one-paced and with no intensity at the minute. Another cross in. Darwin heads it away. Well done, Darwin. Strike. Ooh. Again, strike from distance that Alisson gets down and saves, but good distribution then by Alisson. Out to Mohamed Salah, right-hand side. To Trent. Tries to flick it back to Salah, but doesn't get to its man, and it's a Liverpool throw-in. Good distribution there from Alisson, though, to set that counter-attack up. Trent. Gravenberch. Again, tries to pick out Salah, but the ball wasn't on. Southampton now, in transition, trying to counter-attack. Liverpool with 6 players back inside their own half. Slow it down a bit here. Jesus, Gravenberch. Referee playing an advantage here. It was a clear foul by Ryan Gravenberch, but referee plays a good advantage to Southampton. On the attack down our right. Small bone. That's what he cleared. Come on, boys. Dom again puts it behind for another Southampton corner. Craig, I'm thinking of doing a podcast. What microphone do you use regarding Ian Rush? Wish we had him in our team now. The one I use now is a Shure NT USB microphone. I used to use a couple of... I started off with a Blue Snowball Ice, and then I went to... what's the one I had after that? It wasn't a Shure microphone. It was a Rode microphone. It was a Rode NT USB, sorry. And the Shure one I use, I can't remember the exact brand of it, but it's a Shure mic, S-H-U-R-E. As we've, the channel's grown and we've had a bit more money, the quality of microphones goes up over the years. But if you're looking for a good budget microphone, the Blue Snowball or the Rode NT USB would be the two I'd recommend. It's a Shure MV7. Thank you, Connor. Appreciate you. Yeah, Shure MV7. That's the microphone. And best of luck with the podcast. The thing I liked about the Rode NT USB one is it has the built-in pop filter on the microphone as well. Right, goal kick. Virgil lets that roll behind. 24, nearly 25 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. Gravenberch to Trent. Out to Salah. Or excuse me, to Szoboszlai. Salah ahead of him. He plays it to him now. Salah's had no joy out there. Every time he's got the ball, he's giving it away. Oh. 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 Gravenberch slaloms into the penalty area. Goes past 3 challenges. Gets a shot. It's blocked. Then it comes to Trent. His shot's blocked. And Southampton clear. And now they're on the counter down in our penalty area. Well done, lads. Well defended. That was a brilliant bit of play from Ryan Gravenberch. Salah now. Out to Trent. Szoboszlai. Probably our best chance of the game so far, that one. It all came from great work from Ryan Gravenberch. Costas. Out to Luis Diaz. Good ball back inside to Ryan Gravenberch. Costas now. Virgil. Trent. Tries to thread the ball through to Darwin. Doesn't work, but Trent has it back. Now he goes out wide right to Mo. Oh, unlucky. Mo slaloms his way towards the edge of the penalty area. Pulls it back in. There's one flick onto another flick to Darwin. It's a little bit too high for him, and he heads it behind. But again, Mo had a bit of joy there, running at the defenders. Flicks it in. Flick on then from Szoboszlai. Flick on by Jones, and it goes over the bar. Looking at this Gravenberch's run earlier on, just ridiculous. He's very unlucky at the end of it. Oh, 13-8 to Ireland in the rugby. We love that. Southampton now on the attack. Down our left-hand side. Virgil does well. Puts the ball out off the Southampton player for Liverpool throw-in. Well done, Virgil. Costas throws the ball back across the pitch to Allison. Allison goes long, looking for Mo. Eventually the referee... It's a bit of a weird situation. Southampton defender falls to the ground. Mo hasn't touched them right in front of the linesman. The linesman says, yep, you haven't touched them. Southampton player Manning then handles the ball. And Mo's looking around going, free kick. And eventually the referee gives it. Look at that. He did nothing. Player falls looking for a cheap free kick, then handballs it. Anyway, we're back underway. Liverpool in possession. Diaz, again, an overhit pass from him, but Gravenberch steps in to win it back. Virgil. Mo was fasting. I don't care. We go through this every single year, and I say it every single year. I don't care who's fasting and who isn't. If they can't play, then they say to the manager, I don't feel like playing. But every year we have to listen to this as a potential excuse, and it doesn't wash. Oh, it doesn't wash because obviously that he's not the only one, by the way, that's fasting. But every year is the only one that seems to get excuses made about why he's not playing well. And it doesn't wash because ultimately he's not the only one with the issue. And if he doesn't feel that he's capable of playing, then he shouldn't play. But he obviously does, so therefore it isn't an issue. Try for France. Well, that lead didn't last well, did it? And why is it that nobody ever says it about any of the other players? It's only ever Mo that gets it brought up for. So it isn't an excuse, and they wouldn't want it to be an excuse, in all honesty. And this is something that we've had every season with players of obviously Muslim faith that observe Ramadan, and it's part of modern football and it's part of these guys' careers. So they're all well used to balancing the physical demands that they have. And I'm sure, of course, it's difficult for them, but what other players? I'm almost certain Kanade is Muslim, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't profess to know the ins and outs of every Liverpool player's religious beliefs, but I think Kanade, and I think there's maybe one or two more, but don't quote me on that. People trying to use religion and beliefs against them. No, they're not, you fucking idiot. You're just a dope, Mark. Nobody's trying to use anyone's religious beliefs against them. You're not clever enough to try to have that conversation, Mark. So drop it. Someone said he's not playing well because he's observing Ramadan. And I said he observes it all the time, every season. He's not the only one. It's not an excuse. Just stop being that dickhead that's looking to be insulted by stuff that nobody's insulted anybody about. I'm sick of you idiots and that type of shit, honestly. You will not find a more respectful community than ours for anybody involved in our club of any religion, sexual orientation, or anything else. It matters not one jot to us what religion people are, what sexual orientation they are. We love them all. But idiots like you that try to make an issue and undermine people, it's disgusting, and you're doing no service to the people who actually have to deal with bigotry. So stop trying to be clever. You're not. Corner again to Southampton. Well done, Virgil. Headed away. Go on, Mo. Here he goes now. Here goes the great man. Go on, Mo. He's gone past him down the right. Cross in. Dealt with by Southampton. Unlucky. Good bit of break away there. Mohamed Salah played in right-hand side. Runs to the byline. Plays a right-footed cross in. Unfortunately for us, nobody on the other end of it. But, again, it was a good breakaway after defending that corner. Mo was looking at this multiple goals and assists now else. Nah, to be fair, I'd never accuse him of that either. Like, Mo wants the team to win and he wants to win the Premier League. That's his number one focus. He said it himself, and he's helped the team as much as he can this season. So I don't think he's focusing on any records or anything, to be honest. I think he just wants Liverpool to win because he wants that league title. Free kick to Liverpool. Ireland losing in the rugby now to France. 15. Abdul said respect to you. Man, it gets to me because everybody that knows anything about our community, in particular, I hope me, understands and knows that we respect everybody's religious beliefs or any of your beliefs. I've even received emails from people praising me for speaking about Ramadan and stuff. And I hate when people try to use these things against their fellow Liverpool fans when there is no issue. And it's weird because it all starts from a good place, you know. People try to defend Mo if he's not having a great time because of his fasting. But, you know, then people like me come back and go, no, stop being silly about stuff like that. Mo's a pro and has been playing his entire career. So, you know, it's a difficult time for any player out there. I couldn't imagine what it's like playing without any fuel. But they do it and they do the best that they can. So I just hate people trying to have a pop at others. It's so silly. Mo to Trent. To Virgil. Costas again. That's a couple of times he's given away possession. Venus of Santa Cruz said, thank you for standing up against hate yet again, Craig. Appreciate you. Always, my man. You know what I've always said? A simple phrase that I always use, man. Love's got to win. It has to win. Love has to win. And, you know, from a personal perspective, I don't care where you're from, what religion you are, who you want to love. If you're respectful and kind to me, I'm going to show that back to you. And I will stand up for everybody's rights and beliefs. Because I know my community and they're filled full of great people from all walks of life. So thank you, my friend. Right. Southampton now on the attack. I mean, more concerning is how we haven't really been able to inject much energy into this performance so far. You know, when you play the strong team like we have, you hope to do it to get the performance and blow them away, but I stopped commenting and reading comments on this channel because some things that are said about players when they make mistakes just disgraceful. Nothing I can do about that, mate. I can't control what people comment. I can only cringe. Go fuck yourself, you little gimp. I can't control what people write and comment, mate. I can only control my own actions. So if you don't want to watch or you don't want to comment, then crack on. Diaz out left to Costas. Diaz again. Come on, boys. Salah. Back to Trent. Good by Trent. Unlucky. Trent kind of ghosts inside, pretending to cross, drifts onto his left foot, then gets a cross away and it's blocked. Canade now. Back to Trent. Gravenberch. Out wide right to Trent. Tries a low cross into Salah, but doesn't make its way to its intended target. Now it's back with Alisson Becker. Brian, thank you, my man. Said, I'm a United fan, but love listening to you. Do you fancy us in the Europa? Well, it's an open competition. I was looking at it the other day, Brian, and you know, look up to the top of the bracket on your side, the Bilbao part, with the final being in Bilbao. You've got to keep an eye on that, but I think you could look at that competition, mate, and rightly feel you've a good chance of going all the way. So if I was Ruben Amorim, I wouldn't be arsed about tomorrow against Arsenal, to be honest, mate. I'd be going and putting my focus on Thursday and Sociedad. It's all so fucking slow, this. (22-30) now to France. Not great, but look, they're a good side. I was nervous about that result. My daughter and her boyfriend went down to the local pub to watch it. I didn't have a good feeling about it, but again, I wouldn't be the biggest rugby person though. Southampton inside their own half, trying to play out Liverpool, trying to press, but this is really frustrating because we know what Southampton are going to come and do. We all wanted change for energy levels. He hasn't made the changes. We're seeing a lethargic performance, and it's all too annoying. I really don't get this. Like, it's no surprise to us that a tired team are playing in a tired way. But why not use the squad? You know, Chiesa could have made a difference here today. It all feels too predictable, this, doesn't it? Darwin now. Into Salah. Salah shifted across to Jones. Right, boys, do something with this. Come on. Jones to Diaz. Diaz. Oh, Diaz drifts in onto his right foot and tries a shot that goes closer to the corner flag than it does the goal. Jingles, thank you, mate, for gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Endo should have started. I agree. Look, I agree. Endo should have started. Chiesa should have started. Elliott should have started. I mean, is anybody surprised to see us play this lethargic when you've seen how lethargic we were midweek and now we've another game on Tuesday? You know, Arne must really feel like he can only trust 14 players. And whatever else gets said in the media, be honest about it. It feels like there's only 14 players he trusts. Jonathan, thank you, my friend. Trent now shifted across to Virgil. 4 minutes to go till half time. There will be a few minutes of stoppage time though for that collision with Bednarek and his teammate. Where the fuck's Diaz off to? Why is Diaz drifting in central here? Salah. Back to Trent. Dom. Trent. Cross in. Headed down. Diaz. Strike. Blocked. Costas now. Gravenberch. Costas is a... Hang on. He's very frustrating. Trent. Oh, unlucky. Corner. Costas keeps playing loose passes and we have to work to win it back after he gives it away. Trent gets to the byline here with a good little bit of play with Curtis Jones. Slips him in. Trent tries to fire it across the front of goal where Salah might have had a tap in, but Southampton get a block in and it goes out for a Liverpool corner. Costas to take the corner from the far side with an in-swinger. Ball in. Look at that. There's like 4 Southampton players, not 1 Liverpool player close to them. Then it comes and ricochets down to Darwin, who tries a bicycle kick when the ball's about chest height and doesn't go anywhere near the goal. But watch this corner. Not 1 Liverpool player there, look. Not 1 Liverpool player within 3 yards of where that cross went. And then Darwin gets the ball, kind of bounces off his stomach to control it, and then tries the overhead, and it goes harmlessly over the bar. Two minutes plus stoppage time to go in the first half at Anfield. 11 attempts in the game from Liverpool, 2 on target, says enough. Southampton, 3 attempts, 2 on target. I mean, Arne better start smashing teacups in that dressing room because this has been nowhere near acceptable. Again, another attack breaks down. We're into the final minute of normal time here at the end of what's been a really frustrating first half, where Liverpool quite simply haven't been good enough. Ramsdale, what the Ramsdale has a free kick and he boots it the whole way, length of the pitch, straight out for a Liverpool goal kick at the far end. Don't know what he was trying to do. Virgil out to Costas. Arsenal's licking their chops. Fuck off, Joe. With all love, mate, Arsenal are doing nothing this season. They can lick chops, arseholes, toes. It doesn't matter. They're too far behind, mate. Forget about Arsenal. The league's won. Honestly, anyone who still thinks Arsenal are going to do that and just give up. Five minutes added on in the first half. 5 minutes. Love the confidence. Why wouldn't I be? We win this game, we're 16 points ahead. 16 points, like, with 9 games for us to go. But we're doing our best to give Southampton a goal, and they have scored. Well done, lads. Southampton are 1-0 up. Fucking brilliant. Well done. We make a mess to the heart of our own defence, and Southampton knock it into the goal, and it's 1-0. And it's all of our own making. Keystone Cops defending. I mean, what do you say to that? Watch this. Watch how pathetic this is defensively. Virgil tries to shield the ball, doesn't do it. Alisson comes out, doesn't get there. I mean, again, Virgil trying to jockey. Just put your fucking foot through it. Just put your foot through it and clear your lines. And this doesn't happen. Look at the state of it. Just put your foot through it and clear your lines and that doesn't happen. And nobody gets back on the goal line. Look at the state of it. It's absolutely hilariously bad. All Virgil's fault, by the way. All Virgil's fault. And we're 1-0 down. Will Smallbone with the goal because Virgil doesn't do what you teach an 8-year-old child to do, which is clear your lines. Honestly, I can't describe to you how stupid that was because I won't do the stupidity justice. Keeper should have been dealing with that. Are you smoking crack? That's Virgil's fault. End of conversation. Virgil, all he has to do is just put his foot through that, clear his line, defend the corner, job done. But no, had to show his strength, try and jockey it, and then him and Alisson getting each other's way. It's just nonsense defending. Of course, Darwood picks up a yellow card for no reason as well, for being a dope. Look at the state of that. He's a fucking gobshite. Honestly, Darwood is a gobshite. I've not know what else to say. The lad is a brainless, headless chicken. Honestly. He's a dope. I've no other words for him. The man is an absolute clown. He just kicks out for no reason to get himself a booking. Just lobs a yellow foot, or a foot, and now it's been looked at for a potential... He's a dope. An absolute clown. I've nothing left to defend this clown. He's an absolute moron. There's no other word for him. He is an idiot. End of. No defending him. VAR are looking at this because this absolute idiot can control his emotions. Again. And now he's looking at a potential red. Thankfully, it's just a yellow. Get him off the pitch right now, Arne. Get that fucking ponytailed idiot off the pitch because he is shocking. Now he's trying to implode on us. Get him off the pitch and do not play him again because he's an absolute clown. I don't even know what to say, lads. If you see the incident I'm on about, you'll understand why I'm as angry as I am. Because it was absolutely pointless. He just kicks out for no reason. None. He's a liability. I've nothing else to say about him. Clown that got us the win in Paris. Fuck off, Ash. You're banned, Ash. I'm sick of your stupidity. Got us the win in Paris by passing the ball across to his right. Jesus Christ. You're banned. Don't email me. Don't ask to come back in. You can fuck off. Honestly. He's a clown. And there's no explaining that away. And there's no defending it. And there's no anything. He's an absolute clown. And for you to even try to defend that clown is a disgrace. Already been sent off in his Liverpool career for being petulant and kicking out with a head that time. Now he tries to do it again, and you're trying to defend him because he passed the ball. I give up. Half time. And Mike, you're banned for having the same opinion. See how that works? It's good, isn't it? The way I can decide what I want to do with my chat. And it's not about having an opinion. It's about going in on other people who are calling him out for being an idiot. Not the fella in the chat. I mean, Darwin. And Darwin didn't win us the game in Paris. Darwin did his damn job for £85 million, which is squaring a ball to Elliott, who actually scored the goal. And look, there's no defending him. I can't defend that anymore. He doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. He deserves to be taken off at half time, and he should be benched for the rest of the season because all he is a liability. Connor Mullen said Nunes off at half time. Costas has been awful and the rest are just sloppy. It's been a terrible performance, in all honesty. The goal was Keystone Cop stuff. If you're coaching an underage team of boys and girls, age 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, and that situation is happening in a match, the first thing you're going to say to the child afterwards, bring them over and say, look, just clear your lines next time. You know, clear your lines, we'll reset, and you go again. But again, one of our players, Virgil there, having to try and show his strength, just put it out. That's all you have to do. Clear your lines, put it out, reset to defend the corner, and we'll go again. But no, absolute make a mess of it, and then Southampton go and take the lead. It's just, if a child did it, you'd be talking about it to them. Like, it's unfathomable to me that a professional footballer's done that. And then we back that up by Darwin showing yet again that he hasn't got the temperament and tries to kick out and nearly gets himself sent off for no reason. Just stupid. When in doubt, put it out. Exactly, Tim. We're all taught that as kids playing football. If in doubt, two things you're told. If in doubt, put it out, and don't play the ball back across your own goal. They're the very first things you get told as a kid growing up playing football and defending. And how many times do you see Virgil in a game stepping across and putting it out for throw-ins? All the time. He does it safety first. And in the very occasion we need him to go safety first, him and Alisson make a mess of it. And nobody then gets back on the line either, which is another frustrating thing. Nessie said, Darwin nearly made us down to 10 men when we have to chase the game. That's not professional footballer mentality. I know. And he'll cry arse on social media afterwards. You know? Do his usual little huff. Darwin hasn't got the mentality. End of conversation. Doesn't have it going on upstairs. Lets us down constantly. And almost got himself sent off for nothing other than petulance. He needs to be taken off at half time. And he should be put down to the bench. Full stop for the rest of the season. Because he doesn't have it going on upstairs. But look, that's only masking the real problem, which has been the performance. This is what happens. We all talk about our team selections or whatever, but we know the lads are tired, and Arne makes a strong selection, but we've had no intensity. So we've 45 minutes to turn it round. We're absolutely capable of doing that, but it's going to need a lot of change in here, because this has not been a pleasant spectacle. Colin said, this looks like a charity match, letting them score. Midfield's been an absolute joke. Dominance non-existent. Jones holding the ball for 20 seconds. Grafenberg can't hold on to a ball, said Macca. Finty Tin said, it's like Liverpool circa late 90s. And Santi said, that mistake with Virgin Alisson reminded me of last season versus Arsenal's mistake. It's genuinely unfathomable to me that you don't just put that out. You know, and afterwards, Alisson should have been stronger. No doubt about that. But there's 3 things about that goal that annoyed me. Obviously, Virgil trying to jockey the ball back to Alisson. Then Alisson not being strong enough. And then when Alisson does go out, nobody steps back onto the line to cover the line as well. Which is, again, basic bitch defending. If you're a fullback and your keeper leaves his goal, you get back onto the line. So there's 3 parts of that goal that an under 10 side would know better than to do what they did. But there's 45 to go, so let's hope they can turn it around in the second half, because they're going to need a way better performance than that. And now Southampton have something to dig in and hold on to. So yeah, let's see what the manager has in store. But I swear to God that, look at this, like, look at Costas. I'm watching the goal now, and Costas doesn't even try to get back onto the line. He stands there looking at everything unfold. Even when Smallbone gets the ball, he doesn't go back onto the line. I mean, the whole lot of that defending was just shocking. So anyway, let's wait and see what the manager does at half-time here, because we know he has options. Let's wait and see if he utilises them. While we are at half-time, though, again, got to say thank you to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Check out the Beard and Balls bundle and get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide for the Beard and Balls bundle or anything else at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20. Oh, my God. Sebastian said, what was that? Get your heads straight, Red. I don't know what he was doing, mate. I don't know what he was doing. It's just peak Darwin, though, isn't it? You know, kick out for no reason just because you aren't getting things going your way. He doesn't have the mentality. And he's let us down over and over and over and over again. And he nearly sent us down to 10 there. But all of that taken into account, it's not like even if it was 0-0 at halftime, we could sit here and say it's been a vintage performance. It's been a performance that worries you, right? Because you know what's coming on Tuesday. And this lethargic, energyless performance is unacceptable. And Arne has to make changes. Adam said, do you think the Plymouth game shook Arne off our bench players? I think Harvey Elliott has earned Núñez a spot before this match. Unsure. I mean, it's an interesting conversation point, Adam. You know, I've said this for a while and many others have as well. It feels like he trusts 14 players and that's it. So we might as well just have a bench that he has 14 players on, because he doesn't trust a lot of them. Like Chiesa, let's see if he has the confidence in him to bring him on. But whatever happens, I hope Darwin Núñez does not walk out of that tunnel for the second half. Darwin is so inconsistent, it's ridiculous, said Schmungus. We've all tried defending him, but it's unbelievable how he has the cheek to do some of the things he's done. 5-6 games he's been on. We need subs on. Exactly that. Like, this isn't anybody saying Darwin hasn't played well. You know, we all let that go. This is Darwin, again, trying to implode and put us down to 10 men because he can't control his emotions. Is it back on if we lose? I'm just worried we mess this up. No, it's not. But, of course, the conversation will go that direction. But either way, there's a big 45 to go. We're capable of turning this round. We have to turn this round. They need to get their heads out of Tuesday night against PSG and back on Southampton in front of them for the second half. Mark Ederek said, hello, Liverpool needs to score. Yes, we do, my friend. Yes, we do. Mark said, Klopp trusted the squad. Slot needs to learn this. Look, the options on the bench are, let's ignore the goalkeeping one. So, Endo, Maka, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Robbo, McConnell, Kwanzaa. Immediately, Elliott and Chiesa should be coming on. But let's see. Costas has been incredibly inconsistent in possession. He's given the ball away quite a bit. I think Jones has done okay, in all honesty. I think he's held on to the ball a bit too long at times, but he's at least buzzing around winning balls back. You could tell from the first 5 minutes that Liverpool expected to just play their way through Southampton and steamroll them, because we haven't put any intensity into it. It just feels like we just need to show up and win in their heads. Ethan Bro said he won't use Chiesa, sadly. Craig, I don't know what's going on. How do we play so badly, especially such a good run? You can only assume that it's a mixture of fatigue and complacency. That's it. That's the only excuse that you can really make for them. But is that an acceptable excuse? Ronald said, Jota for Nunes, Maka for Jones, worst first half of the season, ridiculous lack of urgency even before the goal. I can't push back, Ronald. It's been unacceptable, like you've said, my man. We need Maka to be constantly in that midfield, in my opinion. He provides a confidence that isn't there when he's not playing, said Santi. It's a tough one. Look, we still have the opportunity to turn this round, and there's every chance we can turn it round. But it's difficult to look at this and feel much optimism unless a lot changes. And the attitude needs to be top of that change at half-time. The goal was Keystone Cops defending that you wouldn't see in an under-14 game. The Darwin situation has really, really just made me crack. Honestly. He doesn't deserve to wear the jersey anymore. I'm fed up of him and his stupidity. It's bad enough we got 1-0 down, and then that clown tries to... air quality. Mr. Billy Big Bollocks saying bottling has started. Right, I've got $5,000 that says we won't bottle the league title. You're in here laughing at us thinking we're going to do it. Put your $5,000 up. I'll give you odds of 3-1 on the $5,000. So I'll give you 15,000 if we bottle the league. If you put up your $5,000 for charity. You won't do it because you're just another asshole on the internet who doesn't even believe what he's typing. But again, offers there. I'll give you 15,000 if we bottle the league. If you put up your 5 to charity. How about that, asshole? Let's see if you've got the nuts for it. Because you don't believe what you're writing. But it's all you have to exist, right? Is to just come in and troll. But thankfully there's people like me here that can call out your nonsense. Stargirl said, I would have played Chiesa up front. He can pass the ball. Even if he's lost some of his playing ability, he's still a very clever player. But the manager doesn't seem to trust him. That's the problem we have here. You know, you and I would dare to say most of the chat would give him a run out, but you know, we haven't seen the manager trust them. Who would you sign if Darwin leaves? I mean, in an ideal world, you'd say Isak, but Cunha, Sesko. I mean, there are options out there. Ekitike is another one. I don't know enough about some of them. Like, I haven't watched a lot of Hugo Ekitike, so I'm just throwing around names really that have been in the media and in the conversations. Darwin's positive moments and great performances are few and far between, said Nick. If he was a £20 million rotational player, it would be different. Need a new number 9. Schmunga said, Darwin laughing after making that ridiculous mistake was my breaking point. Honestly, it shows us what his mindset is. Clown. I've nothing else to say about him, Schmungus, other than he is a clown. Stuart, Craig, you're awesome. Never lose your passion. Come on, Super Salah. We need 1 goal and 1 assist. Look, absolutely, it's possible we turn this round. We've seen enough examples that we know we can do that. But it still doesn't excuse these performances. And Arne Slot, I'm sure, will be absolutely seething in the dressing room, thinking, what am I looking at? You can only assume that it's arrogance from the players. Mac is coming on anyway. Elliott's coming on. It's nothing to do with Southampton playing a low block and hard to penetrate. We've been shit, Xbox Gamer. Can't keep blaming low blocks. They're bottom of the league. Other teams are swatting them away and we should be doing the same. Right, here's the changes from Arne anyway. Mac is on. Robbo's on. And Elliott's on. No idea who's gone off. I'm imagining it'll be Costas anyway. Right, second half about to get underway. We'll talk you through the changes when we get them confirmed. Darwin's still out there, for fuck's sake. How is Darwin still out on that pitch? Fucking hee-hawing his way around for the first half again. Fuck's sake. Virgil. Salah. Diaz. Again, a heavy touch gives away possession from him. So Costas went off. Szoboszlai went off. And Jones went off. So yeah, Tsimikas, Szoboszlai, Jones off, Robertson, Elliott, McAllister on. Corner here to Liverpool to start the second half. We're at 46 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Again, thank you to our sponsors Manscaped. A quick reminder, you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide with a code Anfield20. Oh my God. How is Núñez still on the pitch? Honestly, how? Stop slagging him off. No, he's an idiot. How do you defend that? He's nearly put our team down to 10 men. And you want me to stop slagging him? No, I won't. He's a liability and he deserves to be criticised because he's a dope. There's nothing else to say. He's a dope. Brainless. Doesn't care. Corner in. Southampton clear their lines. Second ball back. Maka to Trent. Brian, I'll get to that super chat in a second, my friend. There we go. It's funny to see all these trolls just waiting for the opportunity to show up when things are a bit tough. How empty are your lives? I would say quite empty, Brian. Even the people that are trying to say, you know, stop slagging them, they're just trying to bait me. Because they know as well as I do that he shouldn't be on the pitch. And they're not being serious when they're saying stop slagging. They're just trying to bait me, Brian. But I can see through it. So, to those asking, yes, there was 3 subs made at half-time. Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai and Costas went off to be replaced by Andy Robertson, Alexis McAllister and Harvey Elliott. Go on, Lucho. Salah. Strike. Blocked. LFC Gamer Vlog said, well said, Craig. I can't stand people who defend the indefensible. Núñez has been awful. It's not the fact that he's been poor as well as he nearly set us down to 10 men a minute after going 1-0 down just because he can't control his emotions. And that's unacceptable. Hard enough to get back into a game when you go 1-0 down without your centre forward then trying to get himself sent off for a stupid kick out. Another Liverpool corner. Come on, boys. Much better start to the second half. Anthony said, at this point, what's the point in Chiesa? I don't know, mate. 140 grand a week. 11 or 12 million quid to sit on the bench, then he won't even get a chance. It all feels weird, I get you. You know, you or I can't answer that question. It's down to the manager. Maka with the cross in. Ramsdale gets a foot away. Shot ricochet through from Trent. Goes off a Liverpool player. And it'll be a Southampton goal kick. Full time of the rugby. France 45. Ireland 27. Ooh, big result that. And congratulations to France. That's a comprehensive win there for the French. Harry said, manager's luck has run out, Craig. Starting Nunes is criminal. So whatever about starting him, because can I see a world where he thinks, all right, Darwin made an impact against PSG, let's go again. I can understand that. You know, I could reason with that. But I can't reason with rewarding him for keeping him on the pitch when all he's done is try to worsen our problems after we go 1-0 down. That's the part that's wound me up. The selection I get, I mean, I think I even had him in my own predicted 11. Because you think, all right, push on from this fella. Build on your bit of good play over in Paris. But he hasn't. Elliot. City are losing. The game's over, Samuel, mate. They lost 1-0 earlier on against Forest. It was the early kickoff, my friend. Gravenberch. To Elliot. Back to Canade. Diaz. 1-1. Darwin scores. I told you. 1-1. Do you know what I mean? I told you. Craig does it again. You're welcome. I expect some emails of gratefulness and thankfulness. You know, I've done it again. That's on me. I made that 1-1. You're welcome. Darwin giving it this. No, you need to. Darwin. And for anyone that doesn't know how Anfield Agenda works, basically, I get angry at a player and they score. That's how this channel works. So, you know, you're welcome. I'll take the assist. I imagine I'm going to get a few points on FPL for that later on. Lucho with the cross. Darwin gets across. It's a good finish. It's good centre forward play, in all honesty. Gets across the front of the 6-yard box. It is good centre forward play. We'll give him his credit on that one. So there you go, 1-1. Now let's go win it. Elliot. Salah. Anybody else? Who's next? Do you want me to go in? Diaz. Oh, forced the keeper into a save. Salah, volley. It's blocked. That should be a penalty, referee. Peno. Yeah, Peno. Darwin wins the Peno. Peno. Darwin gets fouled, penalty. Oh, classic Craig fail. That's not a fail. That's not a fail. That's a Craig win, mate. He's after winning us a Peno now as well. Do you know what I mean? You should be thanking me, really. So what happens is Darwin gets in ahead of Will Smallbone, and it's one of those he gets there in front of the defender who then seemingly clips his ankle. I haven't seen many replays of it yet. We're still waiting for the ref. Yeah, penalty given. Penalty given. So penalty looked at by VAR and given. So it'll be Mohamed Salah to take it. Not quite, mate. Right. I don't want to jinx this, so I'm going to wait till he takes it. Salah against Ramsdale. Cop end. Starts to run up. Mo. Great goal. 2-1. Whoop whoop. Salah scores. 2-1 Liverpool. And all is well with the world. I was about to say, and I didn't want to jinx him, but his last 2 penalties before that have been absolutely incredible. And this time he goes in to his left, Ramsdale's right. Liverpool have turned it around in 9 minutes of the second half. Again, there you go. 2-1. Mohamed Salah. And all is right with the world. Now, we just need this. You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on a good time. Blame it on a boogie. Craig will be making generational apologies. I apologise for nothing. Darwin's a clown. That doesn't change my opinion. Again, if the ref had gone a different way and that red card stood, this game's very different. So absolutely, I will not be apologising for a single thing, because everything I said about Darwin is correct and I stand over every single word of it. And I would imagine that most people agree. You know, even after he scored, he couldn't stop. He had to give it the stuff. No. Anyway, happily, it's 2-1. Now, to be fair, whatever happened at half-time, we did say we could still turn this round, and we did. And it took all of 9 minutes. And that... where was that in the first half? What are we waiting for here? Anyone know what's going on here? Oh, we're back on the way. Sorry, I didn't know what was going on. The ref was pausing as if something was being looked at. Brian said, where are all the trolls now? Back under the rocks. Exactly. You know, whatever else was said at half-time, let's be honest, we weren't giving up. We were saying we can turn this round, but it needs to be better. And it has been better at the start. But where was this in the first half? Salah now. Playing in behind, trying to get Diaz in. Slightly just overhit and it goes through to Ramsdale. But, again, look, it's great. We're all happy we've turned it round. But, you know, where was this in the first half? Why did it take us falling behind and to wake up? You know, I hope whatever happens here, the lads know again now they can't keep doing that. The Borrowed Goose said, second half FC again. Thank God. Just wish they didn't have to be sometimes. Come on, lads. It does my head in, but look, I'm very grateful we've turned it round. And you could see in the second half, whatever the manager said, he must have very, very, very much got into them at half-time, because we came out with a bit between our teeth in the second half, and you could see it from the first moments we were fired up. And I hope... look at this again from Elliott. Look at that lovely ball between the lines to Salah. I hope Arne starts to see now that Elliott can make a difference, because in the first 2 minutes of that second half, Elliott has a shot that forces a corner. And we just look so much better. And somebody else said to me in the first half about Maka as well, that they're never confident without Maka. And Maka comes on, Elliott comes on, Robbo comes on, and we look a different side. Southampton now in possession in their own penalty area. Go long. Oh, I feel so much more relieved now. Gravenberch to Darwin. Salah. So, a couple of super chats. So, this one, I got to pull you up on this one, Pablo. Darwin is a 9. Liverpool doesn't play with a 9. It's not his fault when his teammates give him 10% of the balls. Obviously, he should improve many aspects. Anyways, take my money and let's go. So, for me, mate, the stuff about him missing chances or whatever is one thing. My argument and anger with Darwin today was the petulance that could have cost us yet again. That was my anger. Not that he wasn't playing well, because we didn't play well as a team in the first half. My anger was that his reaction to us going 1-0 down was to kick out at a player that went to a VAR check for a potential red. Thankfully it wasn't, and it was a yellow. But what's the point of that attitude? From him, I mean. So that's why I was angry at him. Dad disagrees with me regarding Chiesa, said Stargirl. He said, classical Liverpool often bought players, you wouldn't see them in the team. He'll be big next year. I don't know. We'll have to see if Arne trusts him or not. Hives, you said we need to strengthen this window. We look so tired. And thank you to everyone who sent it in comments. Appreciate you. So again, for me, it's not about a performance from Darwin. It was about that mentality or whatever goes to his head to think, oh, I'm going to kick out at a player now after we've just gone 1-0 down. If that VAR call, and look, it was the right call, but if that VAR decision goes another way, we're down to 10 men and 1-0 down. And that's my point. He's like a loaded gun that you just don't know if he's going to go off or not. Get a nice third now and then. Get Endo on and a couple of others rested up. Get Salah off. Get Chiesa on. Sheriff Torchwood said, I'm glad that Liverpool scored 2 goals. Keep up. So am I. Relieved is the word I'd go for as well, mate. 30 subscribers away from 303,000, by the way. So if you can, please help us out to get there. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like. And by the way, I guess, I don't know how to describe this, but I can't ever not be me. So when I go on ranty rants or when I go all in on somebody, it's the same when I go all in on a celebration. That is me. And I understand it winds some people up, but I can't, or at least won't, change who I am. So I appreciate everyone that gets my point, or even people that don't, that at least put up with me. I do love you all and appreciate you. Craig, you played the trolls on the break. Well done, son. Thank you. Look, I know it's not a good trait all the time. I'm aware of it. But it is me, you know, and that mentality of Darwin's just winds me up. And I say that as somebody who's an emotional lunatic himself. But there's something weird about us and this channel when we moan at somebody. They tend to score. Regular viewers will know what I'm on about. It's just weird trait. Like we've done it with Trent before and he scored, so it's just weird. Would I take Luis Openda? No, I wouldn't. I'd rather Sesko from Leipzig. Right, anyway, let me get back to comms for people who can't watch it. 62, heading for 63 minutes on the clock at Anfield. A quick second half turnaround, seeing us come out with a better attitude and then swarm all over Southampton. Darwin scores a very good goal, and it was good centre forward play. Luis Diaz cut in down the left hand side, gets to the byline, pulls it across the 6-yard box. Darwin steps ahead of the defender and side foots it in. Then a moment or two later, there's a bit of a melee in the penalty area. Darwin gets to the ball before Will Smallbone. You know the type of thing I'm talking about. The striker gets a touch before the defender, who's already kind of committing. He fouls Darwin, referee points to the spot penalty, and Mo tucks it away. Stevie Boy said, where's the clown that said we're bottling the league? Back where Brian put the rest of them, mate. Under the rocks, as they always are, Stevie Boy. And this is the thing, mate. They don't even believe it. You know, it's the only thing that they can make themselves happy about is trying to say, oh, you're bottling it. We're not going to bottle it. And none of them will put their money on us bottling it because they're all full of it. Liverpool on the attack down the left. Diaz. Back to Maka. Darwin. Back with Virgil now. Blizzard said, great stream as always. Proud to be a small part. Proud to have you with us, my friend. Thank you. Jimbo said, hey Craig, what channel's it on? I'm watching the game on Premier Sport, my friend, here in Ireland. Craig, baby, you get me excited. Keep it up. That's what she said. Never, actually, unfortunately. But thank you, my man. Right, we're only 12 away now from 303k. So if you can help us out, please do hit that button. Maka, lovely ball between the lines there to Diaz. Diaz crossed in. Elliott flicks it and it goes behind. Lads, I'm going to say this now. Elliott needs more game time. He just needs more game time. He looks like he wants to make a difference every time he comes on the pitch. And that pass from Maka was all kinds of beautiful as well. Just effortless looking, just into the left channel. Brilliant pass from Maka. So people were saying it's on Optus in Australia. What was the one there for Canada? Fubo in Canada. And I think Liz said it's Peacock in the States. Southampton on the attack now, left side. Good challenge, Alexis McAllister. Second ball though. Southampton have won it back. They have possession, centre of the park. I agree. Alison Jones said Darwin has channeled his frustration in the right way in the second half. Agree with that entirely. I mean, Arne is a braver man than me because I wouldn't have kept him on. Alison now. Damien, much love to you and your dad, my friend. Thanks for watching. Mike, Harvey, man of the match for me. Appreciate you, Mike. Canade to Virgil. So we go back into the lead now, and our it seems our intensity's dropped down a bit as well. Diogo Jota coming on now to replace Darwin. I guess I have to applaud him off, but so Jota on to replace Darwin with 67 on the clock. Soboslai came off at half-time, Hun Media. He came off at half-time. Arne made a triple change at half-time. He brought off Costas, he brought off Dom, and he brought off Jones. Corbyn said, can't believe we got McAllister, sorry, for 35 million. It's incredible business. Look, it's just because the clause was in his deal, but yeah. He's such a classy player, isn't he? Cross in from Robbo, headed away by Southampton. McAllister and Elliott have just transformed this team since they've come on. Robbo, Jota. Back to Robbo. Elliott, Trent. Elliott now, again. Oh, a bit of an overhit ball to Trent, who keeps it in and gets his cross away. Flicked on by Southampton. Second ball cleared on the edge of their own penalty area. Now they tried to counter. Liverpool have got enough men back. Well done. They track back and they force him back inside his own half. Are we playing in the league next weekend? No, mate. We've got the League Cup final next Sunday at 4:30. And then it's the international break. So it's tonight, it's Tuesday, and then Sunday. .20 to go, plus stoppage time. Liverpool 2-1 up. Darwin Núñez with the equaliser and Mohamed Salah with a goal from the penalty spot. That's a good ball from Southampton. They've got space now down the right-hand side. Oh, good save, Alisson. That was a good one ball there, and Southampton picked the lock. It was a good ball. It was good play. Virgil then comes across, forces the Southampton player into a shot, and Alisson makes the save. Elliott now, out to Mohamed Salah, wide right. Don't know. Oh. 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 How was that not 3-1? Oh, unlucky. It's a good bit of play. Diaz goes to shoot, fakes, gets it back onto his foot, crosses it, comes back to Salah, throws a leg at it, and he gets a touch, and you're waiting to see where the ball goes, and from the angle it looked closer, but it drifts wide. But close to being 3-1 that. Darwin won it for us. Take that over stupid yellow. Darwin's a dope. There's no getting away from that. I'm done with him, honestly. You're all saying it's great now, but if that yellow had have been viewed as a red, you're all having a very different conversation. And the fact that he even put the team in that position for what wasn't even a foul to stop a counter, he just kicked out because he was being petulant. There's no defending that. There's no saving grace. He's blessed and we got lucky, and he needs to be just benched because he's just, you can't depend on him. You cannot depend on him. To do that when you're 1-0 down, it's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. That could have had so many knock-on effects. If we go down to 10, so we'd be without a striker then, and we'd be taking less confidence into PSG, and we'd have had a harder job to turn this around. It's just... Oh, Robbo, go on. Unlucky. Corner, good play. Without Núñez, we don't win against PSG, and we're 1-1. Remind me again, how did Núñez score that goal against PSG? Oh, that's right, he didn't. But he played a 5-yard sideways pass, and... You know, we're supposed to think that that's the end of the world. Fuck off. Without Arne making the change and Elliott scoring and Alisson playing a good long ball. I mean, there's so many other things about that. He did his job for once, and you want me to roll the red carpet out? Come on, grow up. Goal kick, double ricochet. Sixteen and a half to go. Craig wants to be right so bad. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. But I'm not wrong. And it's not about me being right. Again, I'm going to say to you, if you think it's okay for a player to kick out at another player, a player who's already been sent off for putting his head into somebody, and you think that that's okay to put your team in a position where you might be down to 10 men, more power to you. But for me, if he was my teammate, I'd have knocked him out at half time. It's bullshit. His attitude and his stupidity has cost us way too many times. And there again, it's only for the grace of VAR that he didn't get sent off. And if you're okay with that, no problem. But don't come crying to me if he gets sent off in a future game or does something stupid again or misses another 9 sitters, all because he won a penalty and did his job for once. Doing your job is a bare minimum. A bare fucking minimum. Stop hating on our players. Learn what the word R is if you're going to have a go at me. Hating. You don't even know what the word R is. It's O-U-R, not A-R-E. Learn to spell, Brad. Learn to fucking spell. And then we can have a conversation about hating. I genuinely don't get it. Honestly, it infuriates me. You cannot defend the indefensible. $15 to go. So, if we see this one out, how do we feel about Tuesday? I feel relieved anyway, and be one step closer to the Holy Grail, which is the Premier League title. Maka out to Diaz. Diaz cuts inside. He almost turns himself inside out there. Lucho cuts it into his right, then tries to bring it back onto his left. Loses his balance. Maka has been different gravy since he's come on. Honestly, he's been... I'd go as far as to say Maka could be my man of the match in a second half performance alone. I don't know, mate, honestly. I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody in the chat will be able to give you the number. I don't know off the top of my head, unfortunately. Uh, 104, Sam said. Thank you, Sam. Again, midfield, Maka winning the ball, man. He's been class since he's come on. Salah now. Slips it into Elliott, right hand side. Canade. Virgil. Robbo. Canade. I am telling you what's happening. Phillips like Craig can tell us what's happening. I'm literally talking through the moves here, mate. What's happening? Ball into the channel looking for Robbo. It's defended as throwing on the far side. 78 minutes on the clock. Virgil. It's weird because the intensity dropped back down again. But look, as long as we get the result, I don't really care. Good ball from Ibrahim Kanade between the lines to McAllister. He tries to slip it into Jota, but they get their timing a little bit wrong. Southampton now trying to counter. I mean, yeah, that's, again, referee called that spot on. Southampton player tries to go to ground for the merest of touches because he runs out of space. And the ref waves play on with Liverpool on the attack now with Jota to Andy Robertson. Left side. Gravenberch. Maka. Trent. Out wide right to Salah. Not really much support there with him. Salah goes back to Elliott. Back to Mo. Mo plays it into Jota. Jota does well to hold off his man. Has possession, the edge of the 18-yard box. Trent now. Little 1-2 between Elliott and Jota. Liverpool happy to just keep possession here for the minute, trying to move Southampton out of shape. Good ball from Maka to Salah. Oh, his touch lets him down. That pass. Wow. Wow. That pass from Alexis McAllister was insane. I didn't even see that. Wow. Mo just took a bit of a heavy touch, which meant he couldn't get a strike away. But again, Alexis McAllister take a bow. Trent now to Elliott. Elliott, Salah, back to Elliott. Strike! Ooh, pulls it wide. Stevie Boy said, we're running Ryan into the ground. It's worrying. Yeah, look, I agree. I would, I'd be giving him a breather as well. Drop Mac a little bit deeper if need be. Ryan said, Craig, based on the squad going out, Champions League would not be worst thing in the world. Just my opinion. Fatigue's kicked in. No, look, I wouldn't be saying... Think of it this way, Ryan. Here comes Gravenberch off to be replaced by Endo anyway. Good man, Endo. You know the drill, Endo. What was I going to say to you? I wouldn't start to think about going out of the Champions League. We've 9 league games to go and we're 16 points ahead. Even if Arsenal win the games in hand, they've 9 to go with 10 points in it. We'd need to lose 4 and 9. The league's won. You can stop worrying about the league. I wouldn't be sacrificing the Champions League. The league is going to be won. And maybe Arne wants to see if we get through Tuesday. If you win 2 more league games, then I think it is absolutely donezo. Endo, straight into the action. Well done. To Elliott. Salah. Tries to square it across. Elliott. Crosses it in. Southampton clear. Bring on the human final whistle, Endo. He's on, don't worry. He's on. Gravenberch went off with about 10 to go. So that's the 5 substitutes made by Arne now. So all the changes have been made. Diaz, wide left, spins back in field, keeps possession to Andy Robertson. Love Endo to grab a goal, wouldn't that be delicious? By the way, does anybody, for all my Darwin criticism and whatever, does anybody remember me predicting the goal scorers before the game? Genuinely. Because everyone's, had their say on my Darwin rants or whatever. Does anyone remember the predictions for the goal scorers I gave you before the game? Darwin and Salah. Derek said, I would keep Endo. What a team player. I think he's gaining the manager's trust, Derek, as the season's gone on. And it just speaks to Endo's professionalism that he's done that. This is embarrassing. Well, we're winning a game of football, mate, so I'll take a win. I know, look, it isn't vintage, you're right, but I'll take a win. Nav said, "Yup, you called it for Darwin score after the PSG game." I did. Would I have doubled down on that at half time and said I think it'll be done? No, but so 6 to go plus stoppage time. Alisson in possession, goes out left side to Robbo. Oh. Oh. Unlucky. Unlucky. Bit of a mix-up in the Southampton defence. Luis Diaz nearly runs himself into trouble. Referee should have stopped the game before the throw-in. Realise he shit the bed now and stops it when Liverpool take the throw-in. Diaz and the centre-back from Southampton collide with each other. Let's have a look at this, by the way. I mean, they just slide into each other. I wouldn't be given a foul one way or the other. Oh, handball here, potentially. Where's the handball? They're looking at a potential penalty for a handball. I don't know where the handball was. What? The ref's going to the monitor, lads. Ref's off to the monitor. Oh, it's that movement, yeah. It's that movement. I get you. It's... So Sugawara elbows the ball. It's a good spot. For us. It's a good spot. Southampton player elbows the ball. I did not see that at all. There. And he moves the arm towards it like this. It's that motion. That motion, it, you know, makes it look intentional. It's this part. If you didn't have the flick, you wouldn't be really looking at it, but penalty given. Penalty to Liverpool. It was that motion of flicking out the elbow. And good spot by people in the chat, by the way. I didn't see that. People in the chat were spot on about it really quickly. Maka said, I'm sorry, but Salah's been terrible these past 2 games. I hope Ramadan isn't affecting him. Well, he scored 1 and he's got a penalty here, my friend. Brian said, I reckon United show up against Arsenal. I don't. I think that they put all their eggs in the Sociedad basket on Thursday. That's a great spot. Well done to people in the chat, by the way. It's not a harsh penalty, Paul. It's not, mate, because he does push. If it just bounces up off his elbow, that doesn't get given. But it's that motion and movement of the elbow out. Right. Salah Ramsdale, take 2. Goal again. 3-1. Mohamed Salah with a brace. Sends the keeper the wrong way and buries it into the right-hand side. Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. Game, set and match. Mohamed Salah with a brace from the penalty spot and Darwin Núñez with the equaliser. It's the movement. It is. If it just bounces up and hits Sugawara's elbow, that's not a penalty. But it's that intentional flick. If you haven't seen the game and you see it back later on, you'll know what I'm on about. If it had just bounced up and hit his elbow, I don't think anybody's calling for that pen. But there was a very intentional movement there. And again, Salah's been undeniable from the penalty spot lately. Ramsdale goes to his right. Salah puts it to the keeper's left, our right, and it's 3-1. Whew! Bit of Newland there to calm us all down. Well done. So yeah, for anybody asking, it was Sugawara and Diaz were going for a ball that was going out over the end of the pitch. And Sugawara gets goal side. And as the ball's there, he makes this really weird movement with his elbow like this. And elbows the ball right off here. And I didn't see it at all in normal time. Chat alerted me to it. And then once you seen it, you couldn't unsee it. You know, it was one of those things. So they looked to make sure that the ball stayed in play, which it did. And then they sent the ref over to have a look. And the ref made the decision it was a penalty. And it was, again, well spotted. Salah now tied 5th with Aguero for Premier League goals all time. Trent is coming off here to be replaced by Kwanzaa. I thought I thought we'd made our 5 subs. Lads, I'm confused. That's my bad, sorry. That's my bad from earlier. I assumed we'd made the 5th sub. Sorry, that's on me, lads, sorry. Yeah, my apologies. I was counting up earlier on. I swear that was, we'd made the 5, but... Hang on, I need to look at this. 1 second. That's 6. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. Fnordy said, this ref has been really good. He has? I thought he's been good as well, mate. No, Scotty, it's 6. I counted it up, mate. It's definitely 6. I think it's a concussion sub. The only thing I can think of. That's a first for me. One must have been, as you said, a concussion sub or something, but... That's nuts. That's the first time I've seen that happen. 7 minutes added on anyway by the referee. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's a bit confused. Did anyone go off for a head injury? Not that I remember, no. It must, unless there was... I know there was the collision of the Southampton player, so... Southampton maybe with a concussion sub, I understand, but was Szoboszlai one? Because we did make 3 changes at half time, but we don't know why the changes were made, but... That's... Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, so Liverpool get an extra sub, but Southampton made a concussion sub. So that's what happened. Lewis Steele just posted to say, because Southampton made a concussion sub, Liverpool also got an extra sub. So we have no concussions, but we were allowed to make the extra sub because Southampton's concussion substitution. Just to clear it all up. So there you go. Thank you, Lewis Steele, for clearing that up, because I thought I was losing my mind there. I've learned something new today. I knew there was concussion subs, but I didn't realise both teams could make the extra one. There you go. You learned something new. Salah, Diaz, strike blocked. Yeah, we've all learned something new there today. At first I thought I'd miscounted or something. Anyway, do keep hitting that subscribe button, dropping a like on the stream, and if indeed you've enjoyed the turnaround. So Mohamed Salah has equalled the Premier League record for... What's this? 1 second. Mohamed Salah has equalled the Premier League record for goal involvement in a 38-game season with 44. And there's still 9 games to go. Again, just incredible numbers. Yes, there were 2 penalties today, but... it doesn't really make a difference. Goals are goals. So there you go. Mohamed Salah equalled the Premier League goal contribution records for a 38-game season with 44 now. 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. So, Southampton flash a ball across the Liverpool 6-yard box there, and thankfully there was no one to touch at home. Jamie, 29 games, bro. 29. This is our 29th game. So 9 games left to go now with a 16-point lead. Arsenal do have 2 games in hand. I mean, you'd have to say we are closing in on number 20. Do you know what the good news is, though? For any of the boys observing Ramadan, they will be able to have sustenance before the kickoff on Tuesday, which is going to be great. You know, because it's an 8 p.m. kickoff, you'd imagine that the boys, any of the lads on either side observing Ramadan, would at least be able to break their fast and get some nourishment into their bodies before the game, which should hopefully help with some of the fatigue. Canade now on the gallop, doing his best Joel Matip impression here. And he gets felled and brought down. Look at him. Look at that smile on Ibu's face. Ibu's getting nosebleeds. He was so far up the pitch there. He wins the free kick. And then all you see is the camera panning to him with a big beaming smile on his face. Oh, how do you not love that man? Doing his best Joel Matip impersonation there. Nick said that number 20 from Southampton is a nice watch. Right, free kick to Liverpool. We're into the final minute of additional time. Elliott's over it. So I still see there's some people confused about the extra sub. I didn't understand it either, but because Southampton made a concussion substitution, we're also entitled to an extra substitution, which is why both sides have made 6. It's all over. The ref blows up and it finishes Liverpool 3, Southampton 1 in a weird afternoon, in all honesty. Wow. So there you go. Yes, Virgil is okay, by the way, for those asking. He certainly finished the game anyway. So yeah, Núñez with the equaliser, Salah with a brace from the penalty spot, and Liverpool 1 game closer. Before you all head off, just a quick reminder, if you want to come and see us in Liverpool for our end of season party, you can get your tickets with the link in the description. To everybody in the chat that was trying to abuse me, call me fat, and everything else that I didn't bite on during the stream, you can kiss my ass. To everyone that did join us for the right reasons, thank you. And I'm proud I didn't bite on them for once. But again, appreciate you all. And Darwin deserves every bit of criticism that I gave him for all those people who were fat shaming me and mocking me and everything else in the chat. Fuck each and every one of you. To those of you that come in, much love as always. Our sponsors, Manscaped, thank you for your support as well. Appreciate you all. We're going to be back in 60 seconds for a match reaction. And yeah, maybe I'm growing up a little bit by not biting on them. But I'm just relieved we got that job done and the win. But bigger fish to fry on Tuesday night as well. Could potentially win the league against Spurs, which is my birthday. Managed to get tickets for that game, an Arsenal game. Who would have thought would be here at the start? Certainly not me anyway, Sebastian, but we'll take it. We will take it, my friend. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in 60 seconds for the match reaction, where we'll try to pick the bones out of that one. And the irony of people saying, hey, double chin, and then saying show respect. Fucking weirdos. But we'll talk to you in a bit.